Sort
mini
of.
guttural yell. That's baseball today, my friend. I will see and hear baseball today. And the players will have the San Diego Padres logo on their jersey. It's baseball. I'm declaring it. It is so declared. Baseball starts today. Welcome in, Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Going to be with you guys the next 4 hours today, as usual, from your old pals Ben and Woods. Got the whole building to ourselves here on a Friday. That's how we do it. Just all the room to run and do whatever we want to do. It's great. It's great. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Excited for Sunday. Head out to spring training.
Can't wait.
Benjamin Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, the chairman himself. Benny, how far along are you on your plotting, planning, packing for spring training?
I have literally done nothing. Nothing at all towards spring training packing. I have a plan.
Oh, okay.
It involves
a plan to have a plan.
Saturday afternoon scrambling around doing a bunch of laundry, packing, preparing, and hopefully being ready by early Sunday morning.
Okay.
When we are planning to drive out to Peoria.
Yes. Going to leave. My wife goes, I heard you say on the air 7, but you told me 8. I go, It may be 6 at this point. For all you know, it may very well be 6 a.m. If I'm knocking at your door, Paulie, at 4:30 in the morning, that means I'm ready to go. So be ready.
If you were a normal family where people slept in on the weekends,
doesn't happen.
Wouldn't matter at all.
No.
But that hour actually is a viable hour for your family on a Saturday morning.
Oh, they'll be up and at 'em by the time I leave.
Like at my
7.
house, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on a Saturday, I wouldn't see anyone. Wouldn't matter at all.
Yeah, I've started to do some planning myself. I did get I went into CVS and got some toiletries and whatnot yesterday for the trip. So I'm a little bit more dialed in than you, but not much.
B. Wilson says you are leaving at 8 Arizona time.
Arizona time. That's right. We're leaving at 8. That's what I meant to tell her.
8 a.m. Mountain time.
Yeah. Mountain time. We will be on the road. So
toiletries?
Yeah, got toiletries. Yep.
But when you go somewhere, usually they already have toiletries for you, even at a Verbo.
I don't trust the...
No,
I don't trust the shampoo. I think someone has done something to it. The last one we stayed at, let me put it this way without being super graphic. It didn't feel right. It was the conditioner and the shampoo and the soap were, yeah.
I used it. It was fine.
They were a little too creamy for my liking. So
they're conditioner and shampoo.
I get
what
it.
Their texture is supposed to be.
I do feel like the guys that stayed in it before me do something to it.
It's not good for the environment to have every little tiny sealed package.
I know.
That's too much. It's good to have the bigger, reusable pump bottles of toiletries.
But I'm really paranoid that I'm conditioning my hair with another.
I bring my own.
I brought my own. That's why I got 2 little bottles of Tresemme.
More packing that you have to do.
Reusable. We have these reusable little plastic bottles.
That's what I should have done.
Fill it up.
Yep.
Rinse it out when you're done.
Yep. I got some new toothpaste. I got some lotion because it gets very dry out there. Very dry. I got some lip balm. Again, the dryness. Trying to think what else I got.
It's a lot of toiletries.
And I got some soap.
3-day trip to Arizona.
And I got it. It's not. You got to shower every day and lube up every day. And then I got I got a little loofah, like a little sponge, because I can't use a wash rag. I don't feel clean. So I got my own little loofah. So I'm all set. I'm good. I don't have to worry about some other guy and whatever he did to that shampoo bottle.
You don't have to worry about it.
I do.
It's not going to kill you anyway. And what you don't know doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, I guess what I don't know won't hurt me, but
he knows. But he knows.
But I know.
If you're always imagining the worst, then you're just living in a state of paranoia and putting yourself through unneeded stress and strain.
But I don't now because I take my own, so I'm never under stress or strain. The last time I didn't do it was when we went to fantasy camp, and I remember getting into that shower and going, this feels all too familiar.
Do you go through like the trial size little bins at the CVS or the pharmacy to get the little tiny shampoos.
Yep. And
they're always overcharged though in terms of like the price you get. Like at Costco, I can get
but then you got to drag it with you.
Well, I'm not taking it with me, but I can get probably 100 times the amount for 2 times the price.
Yeah, the little bottles of Tresemme. Tresemme, by the way. I went uber cheap on the shampoo and conditioner. $2.49. I looked around. I was like, I don't really need.
Couldn't get Pert Plus.
I don't really.
$1.99.
I was like, no, I don't really need. I don't like the 2-in-1.
But also, you're just like when you're there, you're like, this is the price of a Kit Kat, and then I can just have my shampoo for the trip and not have to worry about it.
And it'll probably last me 2 trips. You know, the shampoo and conditioner will last me probably 2 trips.
Well, what's your next trip though? Now you got to hold on to it for months until you go somewhere again.
It's weird. We're gonna go down for opening day, but that hotel I actually trust. So I trust that place. But the Airbnbs is where I don't trust.
Even nice hotels nowadays have the pump bottles in the hotels.
Yeah, they do.
They rarely
have the
single-use toiletries anymore.
Ashley says hypochondria at its finest. I don't think I'm not a hypochondriac. I just don't want another man.
I just like my own stuff.
I want
more than anything.
I'm not like I have to have Tresemme. I have to have it or my hair's not going to look. That's not it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I bring my own because I like my shampoo at home. I bring my own bar of soap because I like the stuff I have at home. You don't want to necessarily trust what the Glendale, Vaughn's has.
I enjoy the mystery of trying something new. Like this could be my new smell.
Yeah, great.
I may have found something that I like. This is a chance for me to branch out. And try some new products.
That's how Ben experiments.
I don't know how they're going. I mean, this could be anything.
We have not had the convo yet either. So usually when we go to opening day, or when we go to spring training, it's been a couple years. I took the master bedroom. Me and Paulie usually get there first.
Mm-hmm.
So I take the big one. But the last couple years I've given it to Paulie because when we get there, Paulie does the lion's share. He does all of the work as far as like uploading videos, like he's constantly. So I feel like we should give him the big room, but we haven't let the big guy over here have the big room in, I don't know, ever, maybe.
I slept on a couch 3 days at Fantasy Camp.
That's because you're a cheap turd.
That's your fault.
Has nothing to do with it.
And then I paid for, split with Scott my own Airbnb, so Major and his producer could stay with you guys.
That's on you.
That was on you.
That is on
Why is that on me? I was being kind. I mean, yes, I could have paid for 5 days. You guys didn't pay for anything. The company paid for your Airbnb.
I
thought they did.
They did.
And I did. I paid for my own. I didn't want to pay for 5 days, so I only paid for 2, and I slept on your couch for 3 to save a little money.
It's unbelievable.
But you didn't pay for anything.
That's true. So but you're digressing. We've never given you the.
I thought we gave it to him.
I got it once. I've gotten it once in our trip.
It was the room that had the bathtub where we filmed the video.
Yeah.
Where
that room was amazing.
It was a great room.
Giant bathroom. It was a good room. That was a good room.
That was really nice,
and I enjoyed that trip.
I'll take a small one. I'll take a regular small one. Right. I don't. Fantasy Camp's different.
Well, I'm not going to make Paul sleep on the couch or the kids' room.
Well, no, we have a 3-bedroom.
Okay.
We have enough room. But it's awkward because we're all driving out together, and then we walk in with our stuff, and it's like
just race each other.
Okay, well, who wants? I figure we get it out on the air now. Should we? Here, let's do it. Does anybody have a coin? We could flip between Paulie and.
So we have a 1-bedroom with a king bed.
Okay,
that's going to be the primary.
I would really like that one.
We have a queen bed and a queen bed, and then a 4th room.
You just want to flip a coin.
I'm
going to
flip a coin.
Do something like PGA Tour trivia.
No. All right, Dire Straits trivia coming up next. All right, this is heads. I have the last remaining penny.
We have 3 people. A coin has 2 sides.
I'm out.
Oh, you're out.
This is for you guys.
Oh man.
All right,
so
we'll just do it live on the air. All right.
Well, it's this draft order. It's just room draft order. You're taking 3rd.
I'm taking not the what do you call it? The primary. I'm not taking the primary. So I'll take one of the coins.
All right, I think here's the most fair way to do it. One of us takes the number 2 pick and volunteers, and the others flip for the first and third pick.
That's I'll take the 2.
The risk. So you're taking.
I'll take the 2.
You're taking the 2.
I'll take my choice of the queen size beds.
Yeah, there's 2 rooms with queen size beds.
I'll take. With the worst,
if I don't get the
queen size bed,
if I don't get the king size bed, it doesn't matter.
I'm also happy to take 2. If you want to flip 1 to 3 with Paul, or if Paul wants to take 2,
it sounds like
flip for 1 versus 3.
No, because I would feel guilty. So I want you guys to flip.
problem.
I want you guys to
I won't feel guilty.
All right, I know we know.
But I'm also going to end up. I also don't want to get stuck with 3 again.
You would sleep in the driveway if it didn't. He's not.
There's a cot in the garage.
It's weird because he loves luxury, but he's like, no, I'll just sleep in the trunk if I can save some money. He loves luxury. No one loves luxury more than him. But he's like, if he has a tent in the back, you can set that up and I'll just sleep outside. It won't be that bad.
It's only going to be like 43 degrees.
Here we go. Ready?
All right. Are we calling it?
You're calling it.
All right. I will call Tails.
Oh, that's what I wanted.
Here we go. It is Tails. Oh my gosh. It is Tails.
Number 1 draft pick.
You would have been better off flipping with me because even if I won, I would have given you the big room because that's the kind of guy.
Yeah, you would have been way better.
That's the kind of guy I am.
I was stupid.
Sorry. All right. Well, there it is. Big dog gets his way. Paulie and I will be slumming it.
I can still, when I get there,
you can change your mind.
I can change. I can choose whatever room I want.
That's true. You do have first pick,
and then you can choose whatever room you want. So I can really put you in a bind by choosing.
How did this go from? Wait, this went from
second best room, and then forcing Woods to choose between the big room.
He's like, I'll just take this one,
small
and
room.
I'm like, oh no, I'm on the spot now. Let's put your money where your mouth is.
All I have is the first draft pick.
This started with Woods going down the road of giving me the nicest room because of how much work I do and I crush it and blah, 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 blah. And now I've got the doghouse somehow.
Potentially the worst room in the house. Potentially still. I can't wait. We always have such a good time. We got some fun stuff lined up. So it's just going to be good to get out there and watch a little baseball. Watch, get the feel, the smells of camp.
Good smells.
Yeah. Remember, what did Mikey Vars say? You got to smell.
All 3 rooms are fine.
Smell the locker room.
You got to smell the locker room, right? You probably won't smell the locker room because it's closed when we're
on the air when it's open.
Yeah.
So we don't get to go in. But you know what it smells like. You were in there for fantasy camp for a week.
It's true.
But I like the smell of the grass, the desert.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Mr. Chompy's for lunch. I love the smell of Mr. Chompy's. It's just super excited to go. And now we're under this
smell
weekend.
Of the toiletries, the Verbo.
The smell of Luis Camposano as he walks by the table. What's the weather like the rest of the day? Do you know?
Today? Yeah, it's supposed to clear up at some point and be nice for a while again.
We're under the brutal iron fist of the field people. Like, we don't know we have a football game tonight, but we don't know if we're playing. So we're literally on standby.
It's easy when it's pouring, you're fine.
But
when it's been raining for a long time,
then it stops.
Someone's got to kind of go out there and test the fields and see if they've dried out enough.
Is it safe for 8-year-olds to be running around on the soggy fields? We don't know. And so we don't know if we have a game. And I don't know if I have practices tomorrow. Now, basketball.
Are kids more likely to get hurt because of the weather, or
they don't care about the kids? Because they don't care about the damage to the field.
They care about the damage to the field. That's exactly right.
They say it's a safety thing, but it's not a safety thing.
They don't want sliding and ruining the grass and everything and causing some sort of unnecessary expense.
So I was gonna say, when you're 8 years old, you just run around. You don't care.
Yeah,
you're not thinking about consequences of hitting the ground or anything like that.
No.
Whereas, you're in your 30s, your 40s, or whatever, you go out in any sort of wet grass, you're like, everybody, let's just take it nice and easy.
Just relax. I'm not trying to rip my groin here.
Right.
No, so we're under we're just playing the waiting game. Like, are they going to bang the game tonight? They're going to bang practices tomorrow?
How long do they keep you hostage like that?
All day.
They could wait until 3:00 and be like, by the way, the game in an hour, we're not happening.
Game's at like 4:20, 3:30. Really? You can be getting ready, cleats on, out the door, and they're like, fields are no good. Hopefully it's earlier, which is why you wish, like, hey, if you rained all week, just keep raining. Keep raining so we know. And so I don't know if I have practice tomorrow. I have no idea. So I'm just waiting for the text, which I hate. I don't like that feeling very much, but I'm glad the rain is seemingly done for a while. Is that true?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's looking pretty nice out in Arizona.
It looks unbelievable.
Chilly in the morning, but not freezing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been there when it was in the 30s.
Yeah,
that was pretty brutal. I think low 50s and then 70s, low 80s. Should be very
I
nice
got
next week.
highs of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 82, 82, 85.
Actually, warm.
Even
Remember when I
warmer.
passed out from heat stroke that one year? Hopefully it's not that bad again.
Sunscreen, pop-up tent.
Yep.
We'll be prepared
Yep.
for the warmth as well.
The sun got both of you guys that year.
It did. It was not. It was really, really tough. But we had a great live stream last night, Ben and Woods show. If you're not a gold member, you should be a gold member. Go sign up. Right now, we get pretty raw on the live stream. That was a fun one. Talked a lot of youth sports.
Yes. Well, your youths made some appearances at the end.
Both of my youths.
Which is a weird drop to play
For about an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. Yeah.
But if you were there, if you know, you know.
Yeah. We keep everything on the live stream in-house, I thought, until now. You guys are like the Dave Dombrowski of live streams. Those are in-house. We keep those in-house.
True. Hey, Dave Dombrowski might be a Hall of Famer, so I'll take that.
Not elite. Okay, not elite. It was great though. It was fun. Spent about an hour with the tier ones out there. So go sign up if you want. It's a blast.
I was pretty comatose in the middle of the two of you. I had a long day, but it was a good day. I got to go out to SDFC. So our friend Darren Smith, who's going to join us in our next hour at 7:35 out at training.
Yes.
Saw Mikey Varas, who we had on yesterday. He was fantastic yesterday. And once again, was just being, Mikey and ready for another SDFC season starting tomorrow. But that meant I was in the car a ton, driving all the way down to Squan, and then rain on the way home. Just felt like it was a long Thursday yesterday. I'm ready for a shorter Friday.
Yeah, me and you both. I talked to Darren yesterday. Darren called me, and we were chatting about some business stuff, and then he said, "Man, I'm just listening to your interview with Mikey. I'm going to steal one of your questions." I said, "Have a ball. Good for you. It was an honor."
That is a true honor.
True honor.
Darren Smith feels one of your questions is worthy.
It was great. And I said, "Yeah, dude, it's all yours." And he goes, "He's so impressive." I go, "He is." I said, "If he bought a book, I would buy it. If he wrote a book, I would buy it." Mikey V. And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "With him, it's not. I don't really care about like." Oh, we got to move this guy here and we got to create space. He's like, when he talks X's and O's is fine. Like every soccer coach. He said, and I said, it's mindset. When he starts talking mindset and stuff, I go, that's when he's got me hook, line, and sinker.
He's committed. He believes in his way and he sticks with it. I wonder in the quiet moments like we all have, if self-doubt creeps in.
Imposter syndrome.
But it doesn't seem like Mikey Varas has a ton of self-doubt about the way he wants his team to be run. Now they've had nothing but really success from the very beginning. That would be nice, take the job, first season, expansion year, win the Western Conference, get to the Western Conference finals. You don't have a lot of self-doubts when everything you've done has worked out really well. At some point, they'll face more adversity, because every team does. But at this point, it's been nothing but a really constant run of success for Mikey Varas.
Yeah, big fan of Mikey V. So we're going to talk to Darren today at 7:35. Always good to talk to D. Smith. Tier 1 just sent this to me, Ben, and I don't think we should. I don't know that I can play it, but I can read you what it says. We were just talking about my paranoia going to Airbnbs or whatever, worried about what somebody's done to the shampoo or anything, the bed even. Like you just, it can get a little gross.
But you don't feel that way at a hotel?
It's not really. I don't feel as paranoid at a hotel, but maybe I should, because this travel influencer, I guess, it says sparks outrage after revealing what she does with hotel coffee makers. You ever go to a hotel, put the little pod in and make yourself a little coffee. Espresso? Said when she runs out of underwear, she puts them inside the hotel coffee machine, hits brew, and lets the boiling water run through them.
Like a washing machine.
Yeah. She says she learned it from a flight attendant, calls it brilliant. She says tons of people already know this. Clip is spreading fast. Hotel guests realizing that innocent little coffee maker in the room might not have only been used for coffee. They're not exactly dismantling and sanitizing those between guests.
Are they or are they not? I mean, how deep is the clean?
I bet you they don't.
I would almost guarantee you they
don't. Guarantee you. So she takes her underwear. You know where you put the pod? She crams it into that hole, shuts it, and lets the boiling water wash through it.
I don't think our underwear would fit in that little pod.
I don't think so either.
She's wearing some small underwear if it's fitting in a Keurig-sized pod.
Panties.
I can't imagine trying to cram my briefs into a Keurig-sized pod.
Mom, somebody left their Fruit of the Looms in here. There is no. So, all right. I just learned. Never make. Now, Nespresso is very small. The Nespressos are tiny.
Really small.
There's no way you're getting.
I mean, some female underwear is quite.
That's true.
Quite small.
That's true. Like a thong.
Yeah. It's barely anything there.
Yeah. The string bikini version.
At some point, you ask the question, what is this even doing? Have you ever wondered that? Like, okay, really, what is this doing?
What is this for? What are you covering up?
Nothing.
Huh. That's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Now that you think about it.
Sure.
Also, if you really needed a wash, couldn't you just do it in the sink?
Yeah, but the water's not going to get nearly as hot.
Fine.
I mean,
but
technically, if the water is boiling, it should kill everything in terms of any germs.
What's living there that you have to boil it?
Well, the underwear, whatever is in the underwear, there's probably some stuff.
I'm going to throw up. So thanks for that.
You're probably safe still having the coffee. You mentally not be okay with it, but as long as it gets to boiling, you should be perfectly fine consuming whatever's in there.
Does that water get boiling?
No.
I don't think it gets boiling.
It's not boiling.
It gets boiling hot.
I think it gets tepid at best.
I don't know how coffee maker works. You put the coffee in and it boils and steams up to the top and then drips back down through the coffee. So it does get to like a boiling temperature.
That's so gross. Really? You're washing your underwear in the Keurig machine at the hotel? Hey, I got an idea. Go buy new underwear. You know, you can probably DoorDash panties now. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not like you don't have room in your suitcase for
jam a bunch in
300 of those. I mean,
just
if they're small enough to fit in a curd pod.
I can't. I'm gonna throw up.
You probably got room for a couple extra pair.
So gross. Well, listen. Here's the thing about Ben Woods. You learn something new every single day. Charles says, "WTF did I tune into?" We're just learning. We're learning as we go. So
I'm the anti-hypochondriac. I really try not to worry about germs at all.
You would eat out of a dumpster if it saved you money. You would.
I wouldn't because I wouldn't like the smell.
No, at a fancy restaurant, you're like, I'll just eat here. There's a thing of mashed potatoes and a little bit of a tenderloin left over. I'll eat it.
Like if I was at a really nice restaurant and you were like leaving, like a table had just left and they left like a perfectly good.
Oh my God, no,
steak there. I'd probably be okay with that.
That's disgusting, Ben.
I mean,
I don't mean to judge, but I'm judging pretty hard. That's gross. Come on. Really?
Waste not, want not.
That's fair. I do like my coffee taint flavored from the hotel that I stay at. This dude is out here dumpster diving on people's tray. He walks by, like pops a green bean in his mouth from one table, grabs a little piece of bread, the heel. He's out at eat.
He's out at Rare Society, walking to the bathroom. He just walks by a random table. Hey, are you finished with that? Ooh, that looks good. Can I try that?
They're gone. Remember, they left their lab. They're gone. That guy could have put boogers in it. He walked in. He's like, "Oh, this."
Ben's looking around.
You don't ever have this feeling like you see a great menu, but you can't order everything. That's like, oh, I didn't get to order that, but there it is, right there. I could get a chance to try it.
That salmon looks really good, and they left half of it. You're amazing.
Wow.
You're amazing. All right, we got to get this thing going.
All right, let's take a quick time out. We'll get our first check of traffic, then we'll set the menu for the rest of the show on a Friday. Friday with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, tell you about my new friends at Trajan Wealth. Really excited about the future planning that I've gotten going. A real good peace of mind. If you follow sports, you know momentum can change fast. The same thing happens in the market. One headline, one downturn, and suddenly people wondering if they're still on track for retirement. That uncertainty is exhausting. Trajan Wealth helps bring stability to that uncertainty. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors focus on tactical investments and personalized strategies designed around your risk tolerance, not emotion, not hype. As an independent firm, Trajan Wealth isn't tied to one product or one approach. Everything is customized to you. Their local offices in San Diego, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, and they understand what's at stake. If you want a steadier approach to your financial future, start here. Call 619-367-0207. That's 619-367-0207, or take a few minutes online at trajanwealth.com. Again, trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
We mentioned Darren Smith will be joining us at 7:35 this morning. And, of course, we'll have our daily coverage from spring training Sammy. He'll be with us at 9 o'clock today, courtesy of David P. Shapiro Criminal Defense Attorneys. More good coverage from Sam yesterday. He's really been killing it over there in Arizona. Look forward to seeing him. And then we'll feel bad when we leave knowing he'll still have 4 more weeks to go.
Yeah.
Because there is a grind at spring training. He hasn't quite set in yet. You get the excitement of the first game coming up. You get into that for about a week, and then I'd say in about a week and a half, you start feeling, okay, the grind. You'll have guys leaving for the World Baseball Classic in about a week and a half.
Yep.
Joining their teams. That'll kind of change the dynamic at camp a little bit. One thing Craig Stammen did say yesterday is that we should expect to see a lot of star players in lineups early in spring training before they leave. So Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, Mason Miller probably getting some work before they go off and join their respective teams for the World Baseball Classic. In the normal spring training, you might only see those guys, once or twice in the first week and a half playing in a Cactus League game, and then they'd ramp up as you got closer to the season. But with WBC, maybe even today, Tatis and Machado potentially both in the lineup. We'll be keeping an eye out for Craig Stammen, and Sammy will have that news for us, potentially a first lineup for us. We did get a switch in the starting pitcher already.
Yeah, Jagger Haynes is going to take the Hayes or Haynes?
Haynes.
Yeah, Jagger Haynes is going to take the bump today because Logan Gillespie's wife went into labor. And so he had to bounce and go be a dad. Don't know if it's his first, his fifth. I have no idea. Doesn't really matter. Duty called. And he's got to run. So Jagger Haynes, hey, man, they're going to throw you right in the fire. Get in there and start in the opening game. I did see Dave Roberts is going with Yoshinobu Yamamoto to open the Dodgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit different.
So he pitched the last inning of the World Series, and he's coming right back out for the first inning of spring training. So this will be the third straight day.
That's right.
Third straight game. Technically, he's pitched for the Dodgers after he pitched Game 6.
Again.
Game 7, and now Game 1 of the 2026 Cactus League season.
I'm hurt.
What a flex, by the way. What a flex. Day 1. You're going to go with Yamamoto.
Now bring him back in Game 2.
Bring him back in Game 2.
You're really pushing it.
He also is going to go pitch for Japan in the WBC. So makes sense getting him the same number of work, but it's pretty funny. We have to talk about Craig Stammen saying the thing yesterday.
He said the thing.
He said the thing, and I mentioned it.
It's okay to poke a little fun at him saying the thing.
I think I mentioned it on the show yesterday, the thing. And then strangely enough, later on in the day, he actually said the thing, I've managed games in my head thing. Bless you, Paulie.
Thank you.
Part of a fairly lengthy piece about his preparation to be a first-time manager this season, working with his bench coach, Randy Knorr.
Yep, 100%.
And he did say the thing. What's the quote? Give me the quote.
The quote was, I don't know. He said, we got a laundry list of, okay, so he was asked what in-game machinations and situations he expected to be the most challenging as a first-time manager. He said, I don't know. We got a laundry list of those things. All of it is new, but all of it, I've done it in my head. Just not as the guy who has to make the decision. I've second-guessed a lot. So I think what he's saying is I've second-guessed other people's decisions before. I didn't get the sense he meant I'm second-guessing myself, but look, we all manage in our heads. I do it. We all do it. Anytime we watch a game, Twitter's full of managers.
Yeah, if you're new to the party here, Jace Tingler,
in his intro
4 managers ago, said the same thing and was kind of raked over the coals for it.
Well, they asked him. It was his introductory press conference, and they asked him the very obvious question of, how do you justify?
What makes you the guy?
Yeah, what makes you the guy? Like, how do you justify having no experience in getting this job? And he said, well, I've managed a lot of games in my head. And I'm like, oh, boy. Now, again, I think that was a very open and honest answer. I do feel like maybe for a first-time rookie manager, you can never go. It's why Crash Davis had him get the pen and paper out. Get those cliches down, learn them, know them, live them, right? I think for a first-time, like Tony Vitello the other day, coming out and being like, hey, does anybody want to hear about my ex-girlfriend again? Like, Just stick to the cliches, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be picked apart enough for your rookie season. Every rookie manager. But you also have to remember, every rookie manager had to start somewhere.
Sure, because it's a tough question to answer. Like, what are you going to draw on? Since you've never managed before, what are you going to draw on now that you've got this job?
MLB The Show.
Well, right. There's no good answers. It's like, I'm going to be completely over my head.
Overmatched.
And we'll probably struggle for 4 or 5 months before I actually get this thing figured out. No one wants to hear that either. So of all the bad options, Jace Tingler went with managed a lot of games in my head. So, hopefully I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And Craig Stammen, I think the difference for me is I don't think Craig Stammen is trying or needs to try to justify why he has the job. We know why Craig Stammen has the job. It's not for his strategic acumen. It's for his people building skills, his leadership, his culture building, the respect that he already has from so many of those people. And that's really the lion's share of what being a manager is nowadays. You can assign someone on your staff. Like the Padres actually have, I believe, a strategy coach. I forget. I don't know if it's Pete Somerville or one of their coaches is literally like a strategic coach.
Yep.
You just go, hey, strategy coach, what do we do here? You don't need to know everything as the manager.
But
yes, you ultimately make the final decision, but you're drawing on the support of an entire organization, an analytics department, a front office, a coaching staff.
You didn't pull him
going to set you up pretty well to make those decisions.
You didn't pull him out of H&R Block. He was an accountant.
Right.
Like, me? Like, he guy's been around the league. Like, he knows the game of baseball, obviously. So, but again, it's a different thing. He will need a little leeway. We do have a lineup.
We have a lineup out. We will share it with you right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Well, it continues to be a pretty uneventful ride on our freeways, but we'll take it. Yeah, no complaints at all. Start to see some of the usual slowing in the usual spots. We're looking at you westbound 52, heading out of Santee. Also, a little congestion on the Coronado Bridge, about mid-span on over to the island. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah, Craig Stammen's first spring training lineup is out. The Padres will bat first. They are the designated road team against the Seattle Mariners in Game 1 of the Cactus League. And leading off, the very first at-bat of spring training will go to Xander Bogaerts, starting at shortstop.
Like it.
Then Jackson Merrill will bat second and play center field. Manny Machado will bat third at third base. Fernando Tatis Jr. in the cleanup spot in right field. I hate reading anything into the first spring lineup.
I'm begging you not to.
But
I'm begging you not to.
But
it means nothing.
Turn off your mic. Stop.
We know last year, remember that Mike Schilt did one thing all spring and then immediately switched it up at the start of the regular season. Batting fifth, Jay Cronenworth at second base. Batting sixth, Nick Castellanos at first base. Behind the dish, Luis Camposano batting seventh. Ty France will be the designated hitter, hitting eighth. And the left fielder batting ninth, Nick Schnell, a minor league signing back from November.
He's like, well, why am I here? Look at that lineup. And then he's like,
is Ramon okay?
Did you make a mistake? Forget to erase my name here. No, that's cool. What a moment for him, by the way. He's in the starting lineup with Xander Bogaerts, Jackson Merrill, Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis, Jake Cronenworth, Nick Castellanos, Camposano in France. That's pretty awesome.
The Schnell family is quickly framing a lineup. Like, get this in a frame. Let's hang it up on the wall.
Yeah.
Our boy is in a lineup with all of these stars and potential future Hall of Famers.
You know what, man? And I looked at that lineup and I went, okay, it's different when you see it on paper, right? You look at it and go, all right, okay, like that. That's something. That's something. I like that.
Do we think there's any chance that Xander Bogaerts is going to be a regular leadoff hitter for the Padres this season?
Maybe. I think anything is possible right now. Anything's day one. I think anything is possible.
I don't know why. Why would you do Xander Bogaerts leading off?
I don't know. I can't
come up with a great. When we were going through mock lineups a couple of weeks ago, he was the 7-hole.
Everybody,
mostly.
Not just us. It was AC. It was Cassavell. It was, I think, national pundits were like, "Oh yeah, Xander's going to slide into the 7, but which is great. That's a really deep lineup to have.
David 2301 in the chat says Bogey would be a great leadoff hitter if he's the Bogey from the end of the season.
Yeah.
Plate discipline, sure. But he's not a huge guy that walks a ton, and certainly he's not going to steal a lot of bases at the top of the lineup. Huh.
It's just spring training.
It's just spring training.
Yeah,
I get it.
Just relax. It's going to be all right.
But I mean, Merrill second is normal. Machado third is very normal.
Sure.
Cronenworth before Castellanos splits up righties there.
Right, yeah, righties and lefties. Yep.
Jake, I would think, is more of a deeper in the lineup sort of guy once you get to the regular season. But of course, you got France and Schnell are not favorites to make the roster at this point, especially Schnell, given that none of us had heard of him until 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But and then Jagger Haynes, of course, on the mound, as we mentioned.
Yeah, heard that name for many, many years now. Going to be interesting, man. Going to be interesting to see. Yeah, I don't know that this is a harbinger of things to come. I bet you, potentially the next lineup could be completely different. It's hey, we got to get Xander more ABs because he has to get treatment or on something. You know what I mean? Like, let's just lead him off so he can get his ABs and get out of there. He's also playing in the WBC. You got 1, 2, 3 out of the first 4 hitters playing in the WBC.
Let's see. Johnny says Bogaerts had 20 stolen bases last season. All right. I mean, he does sneakily steal them from time to time. But I think part of the reason that Xander is able to steal bases is that he's not the leadoff hitter getting on, to start a game. That, to me, is not the kind of stolen base that Xander gets. Xander is a smart base runner. Like, he'll get the back end of double steals. He will take every base that he is given, but I don't feel like he's the guy where the pitcher is paying attention to you and throwing over a couple of times and the catcher's ready to go to kind of almost, on the semi pitch out. Mm-hmm. Those aren't the kind of bases that he's stealing. He's stealing ones where he sees that no one's really watching him and he knows he can get it. That's not the leadoff type of stolen base guy in my mind.
I mean, look, plate discipline is pretty good and was really good at the end of the last season. So maybe just try to carry that over, and it's kind of a little mini vote of confidence. Game 1, he probably saw those lineups with him in the 7-7 hole, but hey, man, whatever the team needs, hopefully these guys are willing to do. Don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, by the way, I'll throw this point out there. One thing you often do in spring lineups, they may only want Xander to play 3 innings in the field, but get 2 at-bats.
Yeah.
And by putting him at the top of the lineup on a road game, it lets him get a couple of at-bats without playing a ton in the field. That is a very legitimate strategy that teams use during spring training to try to manipulate at-bats and playing time. So that is one big reason not to read anything into where a guy is, especially early in spring training.
Yeah, but I think we just did like 10 minutes on it. So you know what I mean?
It's true.
But no, I did laugh when I saw the skipper's comments yesterday. Oh, no, he said the thing that should be posted in the manager's office. Don't say this, whatever you do. And I laughed. I wonder if he knows. He has to know.
I would think that made its rounds.
You think so?
Around Padres. I mean, he was on that team when Jace Tingler was named the manager.
He was.
So I can't imagine that he missed it entirely. Yeah. There was quite extensive coverage of it.
I did like what Randy Knorr had to say in, wanting to help Craig be the best manager he can be. I do get the sense he's going to be leaned on pretty heavily. Played in the league a long time, bench coach. He knows his stuff too. So pretty cool. These guys are pulling for each other. They want him. He says, I just want to help make him the best manager possible. The more he can get the information in spring, the more he can implement it, figure out if he wants something or not. He picks up things so fast and so well, he'll do it quickly. And I think AJ Preller echoed that sentiment when he hired him. Like, this dude is sharp as a tack. And he has that air of Mr. Nice Guy about him, but I don't think it can be discounted. Again, when a middle reliever has the ability to walk into a clubhouse full of massively paid superstars and people shut up and listen, that says something.
They don't do that.
They don't do that.
Mr. Nice Guy.
They don't.
I promise you. We may not see it.
No. They don't do it.
Craig Stammen has a depth that we may not be totally aware of.
They told me the only 2 relievers that have ever really had any sway in the Padres locker room in the last 30 years were Trevor Hoffman and Craig Stammen. That's it.
Wow.
The only 2 middle, Trevor was closer, but the only 2 relievers to have any sway whatsoever were those 2 guys. It's crazy. It's a pretty good company to be in. So I'm looking forward to diving into more of Craig's other side, right? Like, and we'll see how he manages games. Today's going to be his first shot. So I'm excited for him, excited for the pods. The lineup looks good. Excited to watch. It's back. It's all back. Now we can parse everything to death for the next 8 months.
And you'll hear the game right here on 97.3 The Fan with Jesse Agler and Tony Gwynn Jr. coming up at 12 noon. We are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Got this email yesterday, and while it's not a baseball insider reporting anything, it is one of those odds-making sites, and they were laying odds on where Max Scherzer is going to sign. And they have the San Diego Padres as the number 3 choice. They have the Blue Jays with 23% odds to sign Max Scherzer, then the Giants at 18%, and then the Padres at 12%, and then some teams behind them, Tigers, Phillies, Mets, Diamondbacks, and the field. So the Padres, the number 3 choice. Is there any thought to your mind that was something you would want the Padres to do, that A.J. Preller should be looking at right now in terms of adding even another aging veteran arm to the mix?
Are you asking me in a roundabout way, do I want Max Scherzer on a San Diego Padre?
I don't. In a very roundabout way.
I don't care.
You want Max Scherzer?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care one way or the other. I'm indifferent. If they signed him, would I be elated? No. If I signed him, if they signed him, would I kick
is Max Scherzer?
How much money we talking
right now? Is Max Scherzer? Okay, let's keep money out of it for just as a pitcher.
Okay.
Is Max Scherzer a better option right now than Herman Marquez, Griffin Canning, Walker Buehler, Tristan McKenzie, or not? I don't know the answer.
Nor do I.
I would say maybe.
Maybe. He's got a better pedigree than all those guys put together.
What did he do last year?
He pitched for the World Series.
He pitched pretty well,
Toronto
didn't
Blue
he?
Jays, and it was effective quite a bit.
I always think about him and Verlander are always kind of on the same track.
Why didn't they bring him back?
They may still. They're the leading candidate to bring him back. He has said he's in no hurry to sign. He may not sign by opening day. He may wait out until May and join a team later in the season, like Roger Clemens did, at the end of his career.
I'm only 5-5 of the 519.
I'm only 9. We're only 9 years older than Max Scherzer, by the way. He's 41 years old. I'm good. Either way, man. If he comes and can help, great.
He's also.
But it can't be $11 million or something, right? Like, we agree with that.
We're talking like $3 million. Yeah, okay, fine.
You also have to deal with Max Scherzer if he's on your team. He's a lunatic.
He is a lunatic, which could be fun.
Pitching Ninja was posting videos this morning of Max Scherzer does not like to be touched.
No, don't touch him.
Do not touch him. Like Dave Roberts made the mistake of touching him.
His butt.
Yeah,
and that lost his mind.
That was a bad scene. Don't touch Max Scherzer.
I'll tell you one thing.
Eyewash bit. If they, he's like Lord of Eyewash.
If they do sign him, Dennis Lynn has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever when reporting that story.
Oh God, yes, poor Dennis. That's bad info years ago. He's never lived it down. We love Dennis on this program.
It happens.
I blame Ken Rosenthal.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
Easily
Ken's fault.
Oh yeah,
100%. Hey, why don't you? I'm busy. Can you just run with this? This is what I heard. Dennis was like, yeah, sure.
Wow, that's big. Yeah. I
remember how excited we were for that. I remember where I was sitting.
Padres didn't like the prospect of going up against Max Scherzer in the playoffs, and now they won't have to.
Yeah,
something like that.
Poor Dennis.
Yeah,
I blame Ken. I do. I blame Ken for that too as well. Yeah, Scherzer just is. It's just kind of a non. It's just kind of a non-issue to me. Should I feel more strongly about, man, anytime you can get a Max Scherzer on your team, you'd be foolish not to take it. All right. I guess I could buy that too, but it doesn't. If you told me that Padres were going to trade for Joe Ryan, I'm like, all right, that moves the needle for me.
This is an easy answer. Who is the Padres starting pitching leader? Like emotionally in the
Joe
locker room?
Musgrove.
Of course.
Easy.
Does Max Scherzer have to be that if you bring it in? Does that
I don't even think
he
is that. I don't even think he is. I think he is
a lone wolf.
Focused on himself. That's my take.
I think the dynamic,
having played with him for so many years, I can speak fluently.
I think the dynamic of Joe Musgrove, Michael King, Nick Pivetta
is elite.
Pretty good one.
Yeah.
Does Max Scherzer upset the apple cart a little bit if you bring him in?
Musgrove was on yesterday with Darren and on foul territory, whatever, and he said, "Oh yeah, we welcome Walker Buehler with open arms." So I think he'd be fine. I think anytime a Joe Musgrove could be like, hey, Max, let me pick your brain. And hey, Nick Pivetta and Max Scherzer together would be elite. I'm just talking myself into it now.
I think it's something that we as fans or in the media as well like to just talk about more than it actually is a real thing, like the cancer in the clubhouse. This guy's going to – are we concerned about what he's going to do? Dude, they love Castellanos.
They love him.
I bet they love Max Scherzer.
100%.
All right, hour number 2.
These guys are professionals.
How much pressure is on the San Diego Padres in the eyes of Major League Baseball? New poll out from Jason Stark in The Athletic. Get to that and more next on 97.3 The Fan. It's kind of rare that you see the rest of baseball putting pressure on a team, maybe even more so than their own fan base. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods. Got Don't Do This, Darren Smith coming up this hour. But looking at this anonymous poll, and Jason Stark's been dropping different questions kind of over the last few weeks of anonymous GMs, other execs, managers around baseball. And the question that he asked today is, which teams are feeling the heat the most? Which teams are feeling the pressure to win immediately? And overwhelmingly, the number one choice of executives and anonymous people around baseball, Woods, is the Philadelphia Phillies right now.
I can get behind that.
Bryce Harper, the Phillies core, Dave Dombrowski,
the
Rob Thompson,
the hubbub in the offseason.
You can certainly see that. And, Jason Stark writes about the Phillies. Regular season wins, they keep going up and up.
Yeah.
They keep getting better. And then playoff exits keep getting earlier and earlier every single year. And I just don't know. I mean, I think it would be tough to be covering the Phillies like John Marks right now.
Yeah.
And having a really fair perspective, because I'm a big believer that you analyze a team's success, their decision makers based on the regular season. Like if they are winning games consistently in the regular season, if they're getting better and better, you're being run well.
Especially in 162, my friends.
If you don't have success in the playoffs, there's a million things that can go wrong.
Yeah, you can have your relief pitcher throw it to the wrong base and spike it, and the game's over and you lose.
Ryan Kirkering.
Right? Like
you can have an injury at the wrong time in late September, early October.
Laureano.
You can just run into some really hot pitching in the postseason that doesn't match up well with your guys in particular. And
the Brewers and the Dodgers.
Where a different matchup, maybe you would have gone all the way to the World Series. There's so much that you can't control in a postseason that I don't like to necessarily criticize a team for winning, 90 whatever games in the regular season, and then they lost that first round playoff series, 3-2. It's like, man, that's a tough standard that you're going to be judged by one series every single year.
And that being said, though, it's like this anonymous GM or this anonymous executive said, they're getting older. They've run these guys out there. They've spent the money, and now it's showtime. And again, it depends on what kind of fan you are. Boy, I hate when my guys don't perform in the postseason. It drives me crazy because I just want them to so badly. But I don't think less of them. I really don't. I know how hard that game is to play. I just want it for them. They've busted their ass from February to now October, and your season's gonna end on a crappy outside pitch. And it's tough. And you put yourself in that tough spot because you didn't hit. And then the couple years before, we know what happened there. Like, it just breaks your heart as a fan. But I always am stoked and proud of my team for making the playoffs. Always. I think that should be the baseline. And if you make the playoffs, it gives me that feeling as a fan like you're doing things the right way. So I do think there's pressure, though. It's pressure for all these guys' legacy, man. It's the Nolas, it's the Wheelers, it's the Harpers. Schwarber's got one, but I think, it's for their legacy and for that city that, they're tired of almost getting there.
So Jason Stark actually separated it between front offices and player groups. The Phillies roster, the players got the most votes, 18. Their front office only got 5 for a total of 23.
As far as pressure goes?
Now, the second most combined was the San Diego Padres. They got 20 votes total. 12 for A.J. Preller in the front office, 8 for Manny Machado in the player group. So just behind the Phillies in terms of the pressure, the heat that they are feeling going into this season. Here are a couple of the comments. And now these questions were laid out before A.J. Preller got his extension over the weekend last week. But from an AL executive, big future commitments, top-heavy roster, and lesser depth make the future now. From another longtime exec, the window is closing with an aging group and a ton of payroll on the books. And then from an NL exec, and again, before Preller's extension, because of the sale and everything, he's definitely at risk. I know they've made the postseason. He's not. 2 years in a row, but you've got new ownership coming in at some point. That's something to watch.
Good call, NL exec.
Yeah. I don't know. Does the extension may have changed some things for some of the perspective around baseball about, how much heat they're feeling. But we all acknowledge that there is a window that's closer to the end than the beginning. We don't know how many more years of good production they can get from the core of Xander, Manny, and Tatis. I think we all agree that. And Merrill's got a much longer window.
But I think Toddy and Merrill...
He'll stretch into a second window. Tatis will probably stretch into a second window.
I think your future of this team is Fernando Tatis Jr. and Jackson Merrill. And you build around that. Now, you are going to have to shell out a lot of money for Xander and Manny as the years go on.
Right.
And it's going to probably, if history is any indicator, it's going to get tougher and tougher to watch. So in that sense, the window for the core to win a World Series is shrinking.
Of
those four. But if you got a new owner in here, and right, that had deep pockets like a Steve Cohen or a Guggenheim or whatever, man, your window screams back open. It really does.
Unless the CBA cuts you off.
Unless the CBA cuts you off. So
there's a lot of unknown pieces to this.
That would be our luck. The guy's like, I have $100 billion. I'm ready to spend it. Sorry, you can't. You can spend.
You're already at the luxury. You're at the salary cap. You're already there.
Yeah, sorry.
You have nothing you can do about it, which is it's a legitimate concern. But
I don't worry so much as a fan. Now, you guys fan how you want, but for me personally, I just don't worry so much about windows. I really don't. You can make trades to bolster your window and keep it open. You can cut salary, like you can eat salary to keep your window. Like there's just things you can do. Benny, I don't look at this with a new owner coming in, and hopefully it's a great one. I just don't look at it as like, if we don't get it done this year, man, it's over.
I agree with you. I think Manny and Xander have a shorter window to win a World Series as key contributors to the team. Now, there's no reason they can't win a World Series or two as veteran leaders with, DHing a bit and
Justin
not playing
Turner
as much as they did.
So many guys
They can be part of a World Series winning team in 5 or 6 years.
Sure.
Just not as the key batting, third, fourth guys on that team.
Playing 158 games a year.
That may not be their role in the future, but that doesn't mean that they won't be part of a successful Padres run later in their contracts. But if you want them to win as the key guys who are carrying the team on their shoulders, that's got to happen in the next couple of years.
Agreed.
And I think we all agree with that.
Agreed.
What happens after that? No idea. No idea.
Beef says too, the whole window theory is dumb. I get it. It's a nice way for sports radio hosts, for fans sometimes to just package it and say, we got to do this because the window is closing. I promise you, who doesn't think the window is closing is AJ Preller. I promise you. In his mind, he's like, my window's wide open, man. I'm going to draft a bunch of kids that are going to be badasses that I can flip, or these guys are going to develop the Cruz Schoolcrafts of the world. They're going to come up, all these other names that, I know we're very low ranked right now. We're not going to be 30th at midseason. We're just not. The Padres will not be the 30th ranked prospect farm system at midseason.
The window, literally, philosophically, or whatever, that came into picture, though, when we started handing out 12, 13-year contracts left and right.
Sure.
Because those are going to be prohibitive at a certain point. When the production falls off and the salaries continue to go up, that's what everyone is saying. Look, when that point happens, eventually it's going to hit its apex and the guys are going to start to decline.
Sure.
And we're still going to be paying them a lot of money that we don't necessarily have a lot of
yet.
So that is
but
why there's been the window.
Part of the genius of AJ Preller's long-term contracts that he keeps getting hammered in 7 or 8 years. The best players in baseball, if the economics continue, are going to be making $60 to $80 million a year. And you're going to look, and Xander's making 25, and you go, all right, well, he's not what he used to be, but he's only making 25 million. I mean,
we got a big CBA coming up in a year.
It's possible. Shohei's making 70 right now. Kyle Tucker just got 65 a year. I mean, even if the CBA includes a salary cap, it's going to be so high right now. It's going to accommodate 60 to 70 to $80 million a year salaries.
Yeah.
There's no way the players are, even if they give up the salary cap, there's no way they're giving it up and saying, oh, and by the way, the stars are all going to have to take half as much as they've been making. That's not happening. they may have to take less of an increase in the future, but it's still going up. It's always going up. It's going to continue going up in the future.
I do feel, though, that there will be, and again, this is kind of probably dumb to say without knowing what the CBA is going to say, but we all kind of agree, don't we, that those Xander and Manny contracts are going to be fewer and further between, unless the Pirates come out and say, yeah, we're going to pay Connor Griffin. We're going to sign Connor Griffin to a 15-year deal. Like, you would do it for a young player. They did it for Jackson. They extended him by a decade? But I think hey man, I played 6 years in Boston, or I played 6 years in Cleveland, and I'm a free agent now. Great. We're going to give you 10 to 12 years. I just don't know that we're going to see a tremendous amount of those going forward, because it is prohibitive. But, Toddy's deal is still going to continue to be very manageable, which is why it bugs me every year that Bob Nightingale says that we're going to have to trade Fernando Tatis Jr. If I'm a new owner and I come in, the last thing on the planet I'm doing is trading Fernando Tatis Jr. Hey, I want to trade the guy that puts probably the most asses in the seats, in the top 5 asses in the seats in baseball.
Let me ask you this question.
Because you can't afford the ascending salary that maxes out at what?
Would
30 mil?
Would Major League Baseball really want? No, it's not that. It's that he's the only one you could trade. If you had to save money
to get,
you can't trade Manny, you can't trade Xander. You could trade Tatis. So if they absolutely came in and had to cut payroll, they look at it as there's only one guy you could do it.
It's just not true.
Here's the thing, though. If you're Major League Baseball, you know what happens. If the Padres trade Tatis and they go, we need to rebuild for 2 or 3 years or whatever with lesser rosters, you've taken out one of your crown jewels now. Petco Park, your number 2 attendance, the place that everyone talks about as a giant success story. Do you really want to see Petco go back to 17, 20,000 a game? You don't want to lose that if you're Major League Baseball. You want to make sure that Fernando Tatis Jr. stays with the Padres, and they remain like a successful smaller market team. They are a success story for Major League Baseball. They want their other small markets to have full stadiums, without having to do dollar hot dog nights, 3 times a month and $5 ticket nights. Padres don't do any of that. They get to charge full price every single night.
Yep.
They don't have to do their premium giveaways on Saturdays. They do them on Tuesdays to fill the ballpark. They're the dream scenario for Major League Baseball's small markets. Every small market wants to be the Padres. Now, would they like to do it with a payroll that's 40% less than what the Padres are doing? Sure.
Yeah.
But, they'd still rather be the Padres than who they are right now. The Brewers would rather be the Padres than the Padres. And the Brewers have had more success on the field than the Padres, but they would rather economically go, but we would love to see American Family Field with those many fans paying this much for ticket prices.
Yeah,
they don't charge anything.
Wouldn't
for their
they
tickets.
Want to be able to have owners that were willing to be top 10 in payroll? Yeah, think about
not the fans, the owners. They just want to see the fans come in paying for their product.
So the one team that did not make an appearance on this list at all, teams, front offices, managers under pressure. Not one vote for the Dodgers.
I understand why. It's also
back-to-back.
It's also dead wrong, though.
I think it's dead wrong too. There's got to be pressure when you lay out that kind of money.
Of course.
Right? Like just because you won the last 2.
Does anyone go,
what was the criteria? Like feeling pressure, like potentially could be fired?
Teams, front offices, and managers under pressure this season. They didn't get one. The Cardinals got a vote. The Rockies got a vote. The Red Sox got a vote. The Dodgers got no votes. Because you won the last 2.
Dodgers execs are definitely under pressure, but are they in fear of losing their jobs if they don't win the World Series? I doubt.
No,
it.
I don't think so.
And
I don't think
whereas
so. But
if the Cardinals miss the playoffs, could that guy be fired?
No. They're in a rebuild, full rebuild.
If the Dodgers had a disastrous season and somehow missed the playoffs,
then
wouldn't that be like one of the biggest sports failures of all time?
Yes.
I mean, there's got to be some pressure there.
I would think so. I mean, again, you lay out that kind of money.
I think everyone just so assumes the Dodgers.
They're going to 27% chance to win it.
Great, and are going to win that they don't even think about it. But yeah, there's pressure there for sure.
For sure. It's good stuff, though. No, St. Louis under 0 pressure. 0. I mean, from the fans are pissed,
right?
But their front office is like, hey man, we are literally trading off players to rebuild this team. We're going to be better in 2 to 3 years.
They've lowered expectations.
They have massively lowered expectations. Red Sox get a vote. I find that a little odd. Yankees get 6 votes. That makes sense. Orioles getting a few votes. I agree. It's time to Esther get off the pot
Anytime you
in
start
Baltimore.
spending a little money, you're going to get a little more pressure.
Kurt Suzuki got the most votes among managers. Kurt Suzuki is the manager under the most
He's never
pressure.
lost a game as manager of the Angels.
Tony Vitello second. Carlos Mendoza.
Tony Vitello has never lost a game as a manager.
Craig Salmon not mentioned in there. Roster core groups under pressure. Phillies first. Yankees. Padres third over the Braves, the Orioles, the Mets, Astros, Red Sox, and on we go. Pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Pretty nuts. I love Jason Stark. I love his little polls.
He's quirky.
He is. He's
in
great.
a good way. I've always enjoyed.
That was one of my favorite parts of last year was getting to meet him in person.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
In Philly, right?
Philly. He lives out there. So he was always covering Philly games regularly, even from a national standpoint. We saw him. It was the rain delay game.
We're standing right there in the visiting clubhouse.
We're just kind of hanging out, waiting to see what would happen.
We've interviewed him before.
Yeah. We've interviewed him a ton.
Yeah.
I saw him walk by and I was just like, hey, Jason, don't know us, but you've called into our show in San Diego. Goes, oh, yeah.
Great
just gave us the old, yeah, totally. Remember you guys.
He's a short king, wasn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Not Ken Rosenthal, but
no,
yeah.
I mean, who is?
Yeah.
He's Bo's size. Ken is.
I'd say Jason Stark was an average size.
Average king?
Maybe
Right.
slightly.
Good dude.
Maybe a little slight.
Well, I mean, everyone's little compared to this show.
That's true.
I work between two gargantuan giants.
He walked by the three of us and Bob Scanlon. So
That's true. It's true. It's true.
By comparison, he was a little bit short.
Is Scan out at spring training? I haven't seen him.
Haven't
seen him yet either. But with games coming on television, I would think that you'd see him very soon.
I've got a baseball card. I found a baseball card of Scan when he was a rookie, and I'm going to see if he'll
give it to him.
I'm going to see him. He'll sign it.
Oh.
Is that frowned upon? It's Scan.
Probably has Scan. Yeah.
Okay.
You can have Scan.
Now I found one of Hoffy. Is that frowned upon?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah,
but I know him.
You know all of them.
But he's not a current player.
You know where he works out. Just ambush him.
Hold on to that one until fantasy camp.
I know you switched, but
really?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
Don't bring it.
You don't want to be seen.
No.
Asking for that.
All right. Fine. I'm not going to sell it.
We don't want you to end up and don't do this next week, is what I'm saying.
I'm not going to sell it.
I don't think you would.
Interesting.
Don't do this is coming up next.
Still don't know the rules 8 years in. Still very confused by the murky rules of spring training.
Do the Georgia Bulldogs need their own traffic school? Just for Georgia Bulldogs players?
I don't understand.
It's just why does this keep happening, Kirby Smart? We'll get to that. We got Darren Smith at the bottom of the hour. Lots more to come with Ben and Woods after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
Spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Do this brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners, contractors fix it, build it,
enjoy it.
Got Darren Smith coming up in just a few minutes, so let's get right to it.
Yeah.
I will start with what is basically just a semi-annual story at this point. That is Georgia football players getting in trouble for traffic violations. Some worse than others. This time it's linebackers Chris Cole and Darren Eichenabon arrested Wednesday night on misdemeanor charges of speeding at maximum limits and other traffic-related charges, including reckless driving, following too closely. Now, both were released on bond.
Okay.
One of them on $26 bond, the other on $39 bond. I'm sure that's going to guarantee that everyone makes their court appearances. But it's more of the
$26.
$26. I didn't know that bonds were that low.
$26. That's what the story says. He was released on $26 bond.
$26. You can bond out of jail for $26.
$26.
How can that be?
The bigger issue here is that it is one of just an unending string of seemingly major, minor, medium traffic offenses by Georgia football players, including a really bad one on November 23rd. Georgia backup offensive lineman Nair Daniels and his mother arrested after a traffic incident. He's facing felony charges after attempting to flee from police in excess of 150 miles an hour with his 2 younger siblings in the car.
Very good. 150.
But there were also like another 6 or 7 other ones, I think, in the last couple of years.
Now, I've never been to Athens, Georgia. Is it like the Autobahn? Where, is it like these roads are amazing? Like, you can't not drive 180 miles an hour.
Adam's out there right now. We can call and get a live update on traffic conditions around Athens, Georgia.
It's literally
if I'm Kirby Smart,
it's an epidemic.
Like, we have billions in NIL money. Just every player has their own driver. Just, you know what?
No more cars.
This guy's your driver for the season or the entire time you're here at Georgia.
You have all lost privileges to drive. There's no more driving. None of you players drive. If you need to go somewhere, you let me know. We'll set up a ride. You got to go home and see your mom and dad? I got you. You're not driving anymore. I can't trust any of you.
Do we not have enough? Does Georgia football not have enough money?
They have plenty of money
in their NIL where they can we have a partnership with Lyft. Like, here's your card.
You don't get to drive.
You need it.
You've lost privileges.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, again, it's your safety and it's the safety of all of our citizens around us. We can't have this going on in the program, but it's literally an epidemic in Athens right now. I had a great story about a poker player that tore his ACL playing poker. Caught a bad car on what's the last one? The River?
The River.
Caught a bad card, and the last one was pissed, got up, tore his ACL. Turns out that story, I saw it on Deadspin this morning. So apparently I went back.
Should have told you.
So I thought so too, Paulie. Went back to 1999, I guess. But I'm looking at their latest story. Deadspin's been kind of dead and gone. But why the AFC North makes sense for Tyreek Hill's next team. The Minnesota Twins should have traded Pablo Lopez last year. USA golden goal for the gold medal. Very current stories. And then they drop this one. This guy tears his ACL playing poker. Yeah, it's from like 23 years ago. I played the clip and Ben goes, the announcer's dead.
That's Mike Sexton from the World Poker Tour.
Yeah,
he died many, many years ago. So I knew that couldn't possibly be a news story.
So that was my story.
He died in 2020.
So that guy tore his ACL jumping up from the poker table after catching a bad card.
Yeah, I think it was like mid to late 2000s.
All right, so for those of you that remember, it's a flashback Friday. Don't do this. What a moment that was.
You also remember I did jumping off my couch watching a Padres game in 2010.
I do. You didn't tear it, though.
I tore a calf muscle. I could hear
your precious calf.
I felt the snap, and the roll up or whatever it is, the tension, like you're shot in the back of the leg.
Do you remember the play?
It was not fun. It was a double by I want to say it was a backup catch with like Josh Bard back then or someone like that.
Big Josh Bard.
Might have been Nick Hundley. Might have been Nick Hundley, a double down the line.
To win
go ahead against the Giants.
Oh, to go ahead.
It was a go-ahead double against the Giants, if I remember correctly. Yes. I mean, they were battling with the Giants for last place late in the season, so it was a big game.
Huge game.
Excited. Just snap. I was on crutches for a while. Didn't have surgery, but I was on crutches for a while.
That's unbelievable.
All right, let's get to doo-doo this.
DD mega
doo-doo. The last couple days has become fun Olympic updates for Team USA. And yesterday, probably the best day of the games if you were watching, including the gold medal women's hockey game between the U.S. and Canada. Very dramatic. Team USA allowed just the second goal in the entire tournament. And we're down 1-0 with time running out. Looked like maybe it wasn't going to happen. Going to be a big upset, but retiring star Hillary Knight scored with 2 minutes to go to force overtime. And then in overtime, Megan Keller scored the winning goal as Team USA won their third ever Olympic hockey goal with a 2-1 win over Canada. And then everyone in our newsroom was watching the long skate for the women's figure skating program, where Team USA had not done very well in the short program. They were well behind. The only one who was decent was Alyssa Liu, who was in third place, but was not a favorite to win. And she skated. I watched. I mean, she was like perfect. Everyone said there was no mistakes at all. And it was good enough to win gold at 20 years old and take the gold for the United States. First in 24 years that a woman has won the gold medal in women's figure skating.
It's funny that you mentioned how perfect it looked, because I saw the funniest tweet over the weekend. It said, watching the figure skating on TNT, me. Wow, that's incredible. Looks faultless. Commentators. Unfortunately, that's total S. They'll be distraught and full of self-loathing, and rightly so. It's so true. You're like, they just crushed that.
Yeah.
They're like, get a really bad score.
To the untrained eye, they all look pretty
They all
great.
look pretty good.
But then they'll tell you, ooh, they under-rotated by a quarter turn. That's going to cost them 25% of their score right there.
Yep.
She was really smooth, though, the whole way. Even my untrained eye saw was pretty impressive for Alyssa Liu.
Congratulations.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Friday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
When we come back, we'll talk SDFC with SDFC broadcaster Darren Smith. He's also been doing more Padres coverage with Friar Territory, including conversation with Joe Musgrove. We can talk about that and more coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
On a Sunday morning, we will hop in our cars and we will head out on the 8 freeway and go deep into the backcountry of San Diego on our way to Arizona. We will pass a couple of casinos, I'm sure fine establishments. And I will think, as I always do, why does anyone drive all the way out here to play cards? I mean, if you want to go for the slot machines,
sure,
fine. But if you want to play cards, why don't you just go to 7 Mile Casino? It's nicer, it's closer, it's better, it's got everything you could possibly want in a card room.
Yeah, including California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, and Baccarat. Great place. As you know, we've been talking about it for many, many years. Long-time supporter of the Ben and Woods program. So do us a favor. Head on out there. Have a great time. Have a lunch. Grab a beer, whatever. Look out over the bay. Sit on the back patio. But, yeah, man, sit down, play some cards. You'll have fun.
This weekend, have the brunch at Sammy's at 7 Mile. Voted the best in the South Bay. It is only available Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., but that makes it a perfect opportunity this weekend to check it out. Hop on the 5. You head south. You get off at E. You're right there on Bay Boulevard, the frontage road to the 5. Pulling in moments later at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
On a Friday, our final show before we head out to spring training next week. But we got a lot of activity this weekend here in San Diego, including the MLS opener for San Diego FC on Saturday night against CF Montreal at Snapdragon Stadium. And we'll be talking with Darren Smith, SDFC broadcaster, about it right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by San Diego Law Firm, fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. Still a few problems out here, guys. One of them is this collision on the coastline, southbound 5, right before Poinsettia. They just cleared that out of the 2 left lanes. Now, southbound side of the 163 in the Hillcrest area, right before 6th Avenue. There's a collision blocking the fast lane. May still see some slowing into Balboa Park. Earlier fire near the Laurel Street Bridge. Fire crews may still be on scene for that. Also, traveling on northbound 805, right past the 8th, there is a collision involving a couple vehicles. They're over to the right shoulder, and a stall up ahead near Murray Ridge, clearing that over to the right shoulder. Sometimes it's called a joke, a compliment, a hand that stays too long. If it's happening at work, you don't have to face it alone. San Diego Law Firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at SDLF.com. That's SDLF.com. And Kelly Danick with Ben Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So when I went out to SDFC training yesterday, it was cold. It was cold
Chilly,
down there.
nippy.
Yeah, at Singing Hills. And I had forgotten my sweatshirt in the other car because I took a station vehicle. So I had to pretend to be tough and like it wasn't bothering me. But Darren, I was freezing out there yesterday. It was very chilly.
Yeah, you weren't the only one. There was lots of people, I think, that were unprepared for the elements. And it wasn't just that it was cloudy and it was kind of damp. It was also windy and it was cutting through some people. So I came prepared. Everybody laughed at me when I walked in because I looked like I was rolling in from Scandinavia, but I was the one who laughed last.
Yeah,
I had to
he
sit
looked more
there and
comfortable.
had my big old flannel on and my long sleeve shirt underneath. So I even brought a wool cap just in case I had to prepare even further for the elements. But it was always good to see you, Benny. You held up like a real trooper yesterday.
Good to see you too, Darren.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Number one, Darren, how dare you right now? Number one, how dare you? So if you can't see Darren Smith on the live stream, he is currently rocking a backwards.
What?
He's rocking a backwards hat, a Padres hat, right? So
What's wrong with that?
So I'm talking to him.
Baseball talk.
I'm talking to him on the phone yesterday, and I go, "Hey, how's the gig? Because you're doing Friar territory, which is part of the Foul Territory Network with Eric Kratz and AJ Pierzynski, who
my guys,
who have never ever been spotted without a backwards hat on." So I said to Darren, I go, "What? I saw you on Foul Territory. You did great." I said, "You look good." I said, "Did you miss the orientation where they give you the backwards hat?" And he started laughing. He goes, "I actually asked him, like, do I have to wear one?" And they said, "No." And then you come on this show in a backwards hat this morning. It's the first thing I saw. And I go, "Oh my God." We both talked about also like how neither of us can pull it off at all. Like neither of us can pull off. And I'll tell you right now, you can't pull it off.
Looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's just it's such a joke. I was like, I don't even know if I want to commit to this bit. It's so stupid looking.
It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for you.
No.
It works for them, I guess. But it's just,
I'm not even sure that this looks like a backwards cap.
Looks more like a
I don't
skull
know what
cap.
it looks like. Like those guys clearly are wearing backwards baseball hats. I looked in the mirror and again, I almost decommitted to the bit, but then I was like, let's just roll with it. But I don't. It looks like a beanie. I don't know, like a bandana, do-rag. I don't know. I can't quite. Anyhow,
I think
it's not really my look, but this is now my work uniform, so this is how I roll.
He has to wear like, "Hey, bro, if you're gonna come on this show, you're gonna need to wear the backwards hat." It's different with the glasses too. Like they don't wear glasses, and so we all wear glasses. It's
mess.
It's different. No, I loved. I watched a lot of your clips. You and Marty did such a great job with Joe Musgrove. Yes, and we will definitely talk some SDFC. But while I've got baseball on the brain, I love.
Can I just add one last thing to the backwards cap thing just before we move on? Because Because here's the other thing. If I'm going to wear one normally, like I put it back a little. Those guys go like backwards cap pretty much down to the eyebrows.
It's way down low.
Just like, like at least with Przinski, former catcher, maybe that's where that came from. But
Kratz
too. Former pitcher.
Yeah, Kratz was a catcher too.
Oh, was he a catcher?
Both former catchers. And they're like, I can't
Never
let it
understood
go.
the point of a backwards cap. A cap is designed to keep the sun out of your eyes or rain off your face. But a backwards cap really does nothing other than mess up your hair.
Protects your neck.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the hair. I guess.
It's comfortable.
Well, why don't they just make hats that have brims on the front and the back?
How about just no brims?
Like an English inspector from the 60s.
It's so good, man.
I always thought it was a cool thing. I mean, grew up in the 90s with Ken Griffey Jr. was my favorite athlete of all time, and he made that look cool.
Oh, and old heads got
he made it
right.
so
that was
cool.
the Buck Showalter reference. It was Buck Showalter.
Yes.
He's like, hey, like that guy's got to turn his cap around.
Yeah,
this
dude.
is baseball. You're like, oh, okay, that doesn't sound old at all.
Like, honestly, moving out of my bubble and realizing like people are like, not everyone thinks that's as cool as you do.
But the problem is like cool guys do stuff, and you're like, oh, if I wear one, I'll like Liam Gallagher looks cool as hell in a bucket hat, and I'm like, I'm not putting a bucket hat on. I look like I should be arrested, and so it looks cool on Ken Griffey Jr. Just leave it to him. That's kind of my point.
You call my Joe Musgrove bucket hat the woman repeller.
It is. It's the V repeller, dude, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, imagine, trying to rock anything that Fernando Tatis Jr. wears around. Yeah, okay.
Right. Don't even try.
He was wearing something out of spring training the other day. I was like, I got to get what he's wearing. And then I thought about it a little longer, and I was like, but it's not going to look the same. So I think I'll probably just take a pass on that.
Yeah,
because,
man.
Yeah, that on me isn't the same as that on him.
Joe was awesome, though. I loved the Walker Buehler talk. I did. I thought it was great. And he's like, no, we welcomed him with open arms in here, And he goes, right. And we all know we hate the Dodger fans hate us and we hate them way more than the Manny and Mookie are like, hey, relax, guys, go out to dinner after the game. Quit hugging and kissing over there, right? But it is part of the fraternity. We all need to remember this is just one big fraternity. We're not in it, and they are.
Pretty much.
That was awesome.
And that's why I was trying to ask Joe, like, don't think about it like you're Joe Musgrove, who's the Padre clubhouse leader, right? Think about it. You're Joe Musgrove is sitting in the stands, and like he's like, yeah. I think he did a good job of acknowledging that he's seen a little bit of the banter on Twitter. When he said, I'm sure Twitter is lit up over this. But, hey, listen, we're trying to win around here, and this is a guy that potentially can help us. So, yeah, I mean, I dig talking to that guy, and I appreciated that he was pretty open, too, about some of the struggles and some of, how the mental wear and tear of coming back from injury. And how he would just tell people around Petco Park who would ask, hey, Joe, how's the elbow? I'd be like, oh, it's good. And then meanwhile, he's going back. He's like, it feels like ass. It's terrible. Like, it's actually not good at all. But he just, like, what was the point of saying it? So, yeah, I appreciated that because I think we all think about, when a guy's going through a surgery, it's so easy for all of us, whether it's on microphone or social media or fans, like, yeah, whatever, just go have that surgery. Yep. It's Tommy John. It's not that big of a deal. People are choosing to do this. They're like in high school now choosing to do this to get it out of the way. When it's your elbow, though, and you're at that stage of your career, you just don't know. So, I thought that was really interesting to hear him say that because he's the ultimate alpha, and sometimes you just think he's always going to say, like, yeah, of course, I'm going to come back. I'm going to be better. It's going to be amazing, And, that was some real raw stuff from him.
Since we last talked to you, Darren, the Padres made a ton of moves, highlighted, of course, by the acquisition of Nick Castellanos, but a bunch of new arms added to the starting pitching mix as well. Just kind of your overall impressions of what A.J. Preller has been doing this month.
And I like it. I think the flurry of activity was like, well, we were all waiting and then, here it all comes. So much in such a short amount of time, you can't even really process it. I like the Castellanos stuff. I mean, because why not? Why not bring this guy in here? Like, you have a clubhouse with Manny Machado. He's going to be the person who sets the tone in that clubhouse anyway. Now Castellanos gets to come out here and, it's a totally different experience than what it was in Philadelphia. Even what he said when he came in, like, what are you going to do? He's like, I don't know. I'll kind of figure that out. I think it's worthwhile. I think he's a guy that can give you 15 to 20 jacks. And, that's a guy that I think the team could use. He's got playoff experience. He's been around winning culture for the last couple of years. I think there was some real toxic stuff happening in Philadelphia that was aside from him. And then the arms, you don't really know. I mean, it's just sort of, is it Marquez? Is it going to be Canning in June? I'm not, it's hard to really understand what exactly it looks like, but I think they're better than they were a week ago, and I think they're better than they were 2 weeks ago. And, I think it's also arguable that they might be better than they were a year ago at this time heading into the season.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair point. Talking to our pal Darren Smith here on Ben and Woods, we can shift a little bit right now because I know you got a big game. Tomorrow, SDFC is back after a 14-minute off season, and it's time to get cranked back up. We talked to Mikey yesterday. I know you listened to that, and
that was great.
And Mikey telling us, Montreal is going to be a different team than they were last year. They were really, really bad last year. Really bad. When they said they're playing Montreal, I go, I didn't know Montreal had a team. I never heard about them last year at all.
Baseball team here in Cleveland?
Here in Cleveland? Yeah, they got uniforms and everything. But he said they've added a bunch of pieces. Kind of how does it set up for you?
Well, I think the thing you think about is, like you said, Montreal is a complete unknown. Who was the complete unknown a year ago? San Diego Football Club, right? Yeah. That went into LA Galaxy and went in there and spoiled their opener because Galaxy came in. And even though Galaxy turned out to be a pretty terrible team and had all sorts of problems and injuries and such, nobody really was expecting that the day of. We were all up there. There was 1,000 SDFC fans that went into that building just so they could be a part of history. But in terms of expectations, who are these people? We don't really know. Who are any of these people? How do you even pronounce these guys' names? Who is that? And, the whole point was you go in there and they're riding high and they're coming off a successful season and it sets the tone of your entire year. And it really did. It set the tone for SDFC to go into Galaxy and walk out of there 2-0 winners. And it's set now a tone for what played out. Is that Montreal? I don't know. But they've been so bad out of the gate. This is so crazy what Montreal has to do, like you said, about where they are geographically. The last 3 seasons, they played their first 6 or 7 games away from home. Think about that. They don't get home until April. They don't play their first game. Talk about being in a standings deficit, and they don't win many of those games. They've only won 3 of their first combined 21 games. So they're trying to turn this thing around, and what better way to turn it around than to beat the Western Conference regular season champs, who are coming in feeling so good about themselves, right? 63 points, record setting, etc. They already got out of their CONCACAF Champions Cup first round. That's what I would be worried about is that was us a year ago. That was us when nobody knew anything about it and just was yeah, whatever. This game's sort of an afterthought. But it could be a total tone setter if you're trying to turn the thing around. So, they have a good goal scorer there. He's got a great name, Prince Owusu. He scored 15 times last year, which would have been second on SDFC. So, wow. They're tricky. They could be a little tricky, and it's an unknown, like Mikey said to you guys yesterday, 7 new starters. So I don't mean to turn into Lou Holtz and speaking up William and Mary and but it's you let your guard down and you think you're something you're not. You think you're something and you've arrived and like we saw last year, SDFC went right up there and made a statement and it turned the whole season into what it became.
Interesting keeper situation for SDFC. Explain what's going on there to the new soccer fans, Darren.
So it seems like Pablo Cisniega is assuming the number 1 goalkeeper responsibility.
Wow.
He's the goalkeeper who started last year in the playoffs after CJ Dos Santos got hurt. He started both games against Pumas and CONCACAF. He's suspended for this game because he picked up a red card against Vancouver. So the red card
last season carries over to the first game of this season.
Right?
Yeah,
he's not eligible. And now that Mikey has a decision to make, is CJ 100% back from injury, or do you want to go with who at least on the depth chart has been your 3rd goalkeeper, who's an 18-year-old,
just turned 19, I think. Yeah,
Darren Free out of Del Norte High School, and Mikey announced it. Not trying to play any games here. He announced we are going with 19-year-old Darren Free.
Killer.
Duran's an interesting story. Del Norte High School was a San Diego Loyal product. He got 15 years old, decided to sign his professional contract with San Diego Loyal, and got in a handful of games. Then Loyal SDFC, right? The whole USL goes out and MLS comes in, and Darren Free, whether it was symbolic or otherwise, I don't know, but he became the first signing for SDFC. They get him, they loan him off to their Danish club, FC Nordsjælland. He goes over there. He comes back after the loan's over, middle of the summer, but he's on the bench. He's third. He came into that playoff game, faced a couple of really wicked shots right out of the gate, and performed well. But he's like such an interesting local story. Like I got to know his dad a little bit because he would always go and stand right behind the goal. And he's a kid who is at 15 years old, which is sort of what the business model is for SDFC, who signed a professional contract and who's now going to get his first MLS start in the season opener, a great local story Saturday night. So shout out to Del Norte High School.
Who's the backup? Is it CJ?
I guess CJ, if he had to come in.
Yeah, I mean,
because they don't have any other goalies on roster, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting because, because it certainly then, you can certainly say like, this is a choice, and this is a choice. And I know Mikey has, he's talked a little bit publicly about, CJ and just some of the, not just physically coming back from injury, right? Like we were talking about with Musgrove, but also psychologically from a really violent collision in Portland. So, I mean, we all would love to see CJ back. He's one of my favorite people that I've met, got to know through this whole experience, but I'm so excited for Darren Report because again, not only does it fit, like this is a team that's even younger like than it was a year ago. Like 50% of the roster is 22 or younger at this point, and seemingly getting younger every day. I mean, if it wasn't for Godoy and Pellegrino, who knows what the average age would be. But I mean, it just I'm really excited for him because this is a kid who's been thinking about this for a really long time. And the last time he started at Snapdragon Stadium was with Loyal when Borussia Dortmund came into town, and he got an opportunity. I don't know, maybe he was a sub in that game, but it doesn't matter. It's just a great story for him, and I'm sure his family's incredibly proud to see him on Saturday night.
Darren, last thing, and I want to get Woods' opinion as well. I was surprised they brought Anders Dreyer out after his amazing season last year. He'd cut off all his hair, which was kind of a signature. He had some nice flowing,
longish
hair. And he's gone with the tight.
He went high and tight?
High and tight.
Yeah, David Beckham, David Beckham.
Are soccer players not superstitious, Darren? I mean, he did so well last year. I thought nothing's going to change for Anders, but completely different look.
Well, I kind of liked it because I went back and I went to watch it after being there just so I can chop it up for the pregame show because I thought he kind of had a little bit of a killer attitude to him, right? Like a little natural born killer look. And
I like that.
And I know he just said, listen, and I can relate. Like I'm just tired of like having to put product in my hair and all that stuff. So
I wish I could pull it off. I can't. I look like even more of a thumb if I shave my head. I've done it. It is not good.
Like it's like backwards cap stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I do not look like David Beckham when I shave the moss.
I like it though because I think he's like, he came in last year, guys, and he asked specifically to wear the number 10, which is a sacred number in the sport and it carries a responsibility. He asked for that. He wanted it. And then yesterday when he was asked, he said, there's more. Like I fully believe like there's another level for me to get to.
Let's go.
And I'm going to get there. And I think that we're going to get there and I'm going to get there. And I kind of took that as like last year was last year. And I'm sure, the hair will come back at some point, but to start, I took that as, hey, like we're here, we're business. This is a new year. This isn't me. Like, you hear about these NFL coaches sometimes that have funerals for the previous season or whatever. Maybe I'm reading too much into it and he just got tired of the hair. But I took that as like, hey, like we're just moving forward now. And it's, this is a new season and a new look. And we're going to look to improve on what it was that we did last year.
Can't wait, man.
Darren, appreciate
Cannot
it.
wait.
Have a great weekend. Have a good broadcast tomorrow night. And hopefully I made the invitation. See it maybe in studio next week. Woods is going to be off next Friday.
Can I ask one quick favor, though? I mean, if you're going to be asking Trevor for autographs, I've been sitting on a picture of myself and Trevor Hoffman on the Great Wall of China since like 2008. And I would love to have him sign that.
Get it to me.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
I'll take.
Are we going to have to set up a table where he's just going to have to just start signing things?
I'll take the full. I'll take the full for it. All right, bring it.
All right, cool. That way you can blame it on me. You could be like, hey,
as Darren made me do it.
Listen, he's like an unprofessional clown, but what am I going to do?
Exactly. Yeah. My pleasure.
Darren Smith, SDFC broadcaster for our territory. Thank you very much. All right, we will come back. We have 2 hours left here on a Friday, including spring training Sammy visit. We got to take on Woods game, a Reindl Report, lots to get to. Also some coaching news out of the Midwest in both Major League Baseball and college football. Breaking news this morning. All coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. We'll be right back.
97.3 The Fan. Should let you guys know baseball is back, and you can hear it. Listen to the game today right here on 97.3 The Fan, right? That's right.
Yeah, we just heard Dave Marcus over the line testing the booth at the Peoria Sports
wasn't
Complex.
That nice to hear his voice?
It was.
Hey,
I mean,
whoa, that's Dave.
As nice as, ever hearing Dave Marcus's voice is. Dave has a scratchy voice. Wouldn't you say?
I didn't know that we were going to start the season by insulting one of the longest tenured.
No, it's very
listening right now.
It's very
Literally
distinctive.
listening right now.
I mean, he's very distinctive in his voice. He comes on with the Gwynn and Chris program sometimes at segments regularly. You always know when it's Dave Marcus.
Dave, I'm sorry. And Paulie, I don't want to speak for you, but I think.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, is he there? You want to bring him on?
I love Dave. I don't know if he's still
there.
there.
Dave, are you there? Yeah, hello? Can you even bring him on? He's on the same.
I could.
You could bring him on if he's there. Hello, Dave.
He got connected and
He probably left.
out.
Yeah, get a sandwich or something. I'm glad he didn't hear
All
that.
right.
I don't want him
All right.
to hurt his
He
feelings.
works his ass off.
He
He
does.
Padres
He's great.
podcasts.
I've known Dave for over 20, almost 30 years. I've known Dave, I think.
Awkward.
But he talks really, really
Just gonna
low.
make fun of
and
him
Just
now.
going to continue to make fun of him.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm
You
just
kind of
pointing out
are.
a distinctive character trait of Dave Marcus.
I'm Woods. That's Paul. This is Ben. I think.
You got any thoughts on his appearance too?
His shoe choice, haircut,
This is a solid dude.
solid, very solid,
dude.
Very great guy.
Yeah.
Love Dave.
Well, I'm glad baseball's back. I'm getting a haircut today. Speaking of haircuts,
Same.
are you? Yeah, we
Yeah,
both gotta
10:30.
be looking
You
sharp.
and Anders all
Yeah,
getting the haircuts.
How much to shave your head? I couldn't do it.
No.
I do it for 4 figures. You guys want to give me $1,000? I'll shave
figures. Four.
Not 3.
Interesting.
4 figures.
4.
Well, as you know,
Tempting.
I need the money.
Tempting.
As you know,
4 figures.
I don't even know that 1,000 gets it done.
1,000 gets it done because it'll grow back.
2,000, 3,000,
Are we
4,000,
talking
5,000?
still leaving like
No,
a
just
1 or
like
2 or
bald.
completely
2.
like
No, 2. Just a 2.
razor? Okay, you're not talking about like bald.
No. Just a 2.
Okay.
I'm not getting the broccoli cut today. No, thank you very much. But I got to get it trimmed up.
How much for the broccoli cut?
$500,000.
You'd have to let it grow for a while before
I
you
would.
could truly
Yeah.
pull off the broccoli.
and then perm it. They get permanents.
Do they?
These little kids get permanents.
Is that
Padres
what's
win the
going
World-
on?
All right. How about that? Padres win the World Series.
Sure, I'll do
You
it.
don't get a haircut all off season. You show up on opening day the following
The
year.
next opening day with a broccoli? Holy crap. Done. It's done. It's easy. It's easy. That's easy.
But you got to get the perm.
Yeah, you have to
And-
shave it around the sides and get
Yeah.
the perm.
Are they
It's great.
really getting perms?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yes.
Those aren't cheap.
No, they're not cheap.
No.
And
They're
and
all like going and getting.
some kids are natural. Some kids have natural curl, and the ones that
Is
do
it
are
like
they're
the chemical?
stoked.
Or are they doing the curlers? Like where they?
No, they probably
and the
just
hot
do
curlers?
the chemicals, and
Yeah.
they get a permanent.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really cool. Keep up the good work.
More involved of a haircut than I've ever had in my life.
It's a lot. It would be a lot. But yeah, so I'm getting mine done today. Got to look sharp for spring training, you know. Takes about 5 pounds off the face too, which is always clutch. But yeah, I got to get out of here as soon as we're over so I can jam to that. My little guy right now is in an assembly, and he's picking up my 8-year-old's picking up the Empowered Learner Award, and I'm missing it. And
Empowered learner.
and I'm devastated, but
Okay.
I'm proud of him and happy for him. And I guess despite having me as a father, he's really blossomed and an intelligent boy. So congratulations, Bobo.
What is an Empowered Learner Award?
It's a good question. It's a good question. Wish I knew, Paulie. I'm not there, so I don't get the whole preamble of what it is. I just got an email saying
Is
he
this
was
an
winning.
entire school assembly or
Yeah.
just? Oh wow.
Well, I think K through 3,
Right.
and then they do 3,
4
4
through 6.
Yeah. So they split it up, but he's winning. He's winning the
Is he
Empowered
the
Learner.
solo winner of this award, like an Oscar?
I think he is from his class.
One from each class.
potentially.
Class representatives.
So happy for him, so stoked for him. I thought it was a surprise because I got an email and it said it was a surprise. So I'm tucking him into bed last night. I'm like, all right, buddy, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll pick you up. He goes, I'm winning an award tomorrow. I go, I know. How did you know? Who told you? Mom tell you? He goes, no, my teacher told me. And I go, she did. Okay. Because I was told to keep it a surprise. Congratulations. So I could have, blown it up all day, but I didn't.
Is this in the modern day, you can't just say someone's the smartest, like most intelligent student, because that would make the other students feel bad. Is this code where they're trying to tell Bo, you are the best student, but we're trying to make it sound a little more less hurtful to everyone else, or we're just going to call you an empowered learner?
Yeah, it's hard because I don't know the answer to your question, but I remember vividly, I remember in first grade, I had a teacher named Mrs. Lee. And no, I'm sorry, Mrs. Wilhelmy. My friend was Lisa Lee. We were the two smartest kids in the class. We were reading at a very high level. She had a literal teepee in the room, like a TP that you can go in the learning TP or whatever. The reading TP is what it was. And she said, okay, Stephen and Lisa to the TP, go off you go. And the rest of the kids we could just go lay in the TP and read like for like hours at a time because we were doing so well.
Nothing untoward went on in the TP.
Not as far as I remember.
7 minutes in the TP.
7 minutes in heaven. But I do remember being like that feeling of like, screw you guys, see you later. And like off to the TP we go. And the kids were groaning. So it is different now. You do have to manage, I think, feelings better. This was also the same class where they used to tie a kid to a chair who was like, there was some issues. And he would lose something undiagnosed back then, certainly. But okay, and they would bring out a jump rope and tie him to the chair. I'm not joking when I say this. It's stuck with me for 45 years.
Probably not going to fly nowadays.
Not going to fly. Hey, your kid's out of line. I'm going to tie him to this chair. And I've told my kids that story. His name was Clifford. And I've told them the story.
Poor Clifford.
I know. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But that's how things went back then.
I'd like to whisper in on Clifford's therapy sessions nowadays.
100%.
To see how it's going.
100%. And they can't wrap their head around the fact that I used to get paddled at school. They cannot wrap their head around.
I honestly can't either.
They said there's no way. Paulie, I went to private school. I went to public school. I got paddled at both of them. Both.
Texas, Connecticut, both
Texas.
Either?
Just Texas. Hands on the desk.
Texas.
Hands on the desk. Ass up. Principal behind you with a literal
that's crazy.
Like a white taped handle, a paddle with holes cut in it, so whistle through the air. And just they call them licks.
Licks. Take your licks.
Take your licks. And
what was it? Like a number? Was it a number
like
of
5,
licks?
6?
5 or 6 licks.
It depends on what you did. It's wild, dude. It was wild. Now,
did you cry?
Can you even imagine finding out that Bo, did something at recess and got paddled by a full-grown adult? You
would see the literal Incredible Hulk come out of me. I mean, there's just no way. But it's weird because it's just the way that it was. And we had to paddle Stephen. Apparently my mom was like, all right,
good, thanks.
Good. Thank you for doing that.
Hope you didn't hold back.
It was crazy. It's crazy. I got paddled in 6th grade. Mr. Taylor. I can't remember what I did, but he brought me. That's the last paddling I got was 6th grade because I moved after that.
You can't remember what you did.
I can't remember what I did for that one. God.
You think that was the point of the paddling was
distract? To make you
remember
think.
exactly what you did.
So long ago. But I remember and he was tough old country dude, man. And he pulled me in, goes to the thing, pulls it off the rack. It's right behind his chair, pulls it off the rack.
Poured himself a scotch.
And wham! And just
went to town.
Went to town on my ass. And you go back to class, you're like, but I guess I'm the better for it. Maybe not.
I don't know about that.
I wasn't good. Like it didn't dissuade me from doing bad things really in school or in life. So I don't know.
I think it's a good thing that we've moved past.
I think so too. Ultimately, now that I have children of my own, I do think it's inherently a
What's
good thing.
the current method of discipline in schools? Timeout.
Yeah, it's very ineffective.
Right.
It's ineffective at home. It's ineffective everywhere.
We get recess detention. Like you didn't have to stay after school because you're 8 years old, 9 years old, or whatever.
Right. But you miss recess.
But you would have to miss recess.
Yeah, which is a good bit. I think they do that too.
I think we had 3 recesses when I was in elementary school. We had like 2 15-minute ones and then a 20 or 30-minute longer lunch recess. And dude, missing out on that was a significant punishment.
Yeah, you're bummed if you miss out on recess.
Even just 1 15-minute recess, you had something you wanted to go do and you're bummed now.
But it is funny, you mentioned that like the how things are handled now, being more sensitive to Kids, I don't know, man. When I was a kid and I saw somebody get something that I didn't have, it did make me want to work harder to get it. It did, always. And especially like in sports, always. It was always like, oh, I want what that guy has, so I'm going to work my tail off to get it. These days, it's more of like, mom can make a phone call or a strongly worded email sometimes and cement my position, and that's tough.
I don't remember much discipline. Obviously, I was not a kid.
You weren't
in
a
lot of trouble,
troublemaker.
but I don't remember the other kids getting in a ton of trouble. Got sent to the principal's office.
Did you ever?
I never got sent there, but other kids did. I don't know what happened when you went to the principal's office. I'm pretty sure they didn't get paddled, but we had the carrot. So our school mascot we were the Panthers, Parkdale Panthers. And you could get, if you did something good, you get a Pink Panther card.
Okay.
Like a little cardboard little card. And then you could trade that for an ice cream.
Ooh,
at the cafeteria
at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had to do something good in the morning.
You get like an ice cream bar, like a popsicle or a
legit.
Yeah. So if you did something good, you got a Pink Panther card.
That's legit.
That turned into ice cream, and everyone wanted it. So I think that encouraged a lot of good behavior from the kids.
I would say so. I think anything you can do to earn an ice cream before lunch would be great.
But a timeout doesn't really I mean, if we one of us had a bad take and was sent to timeout, you had to go sit on that couch for 10 minutes. That would just be like vacation. Like
it would literally be vacation.
We'd be racing each other to get timeouts.
I think
all I have to do is sit here.
I think we should trade
nothing for 10 minutes.
I think we should trade Merrill and Toddy and everybody else.
Timeout
Head
to the couch.
See you guys later. I kind of go to timeout for take on Woods. So
that's true. You did.
I got a buddy who's a school administrator, and he just texted me. He's listening. He says California is actually outlawing taking away recess as a punishment.
Ooh. We're running out of punishments now.
It's such a gnarly punishment for a little kid. It really is. But is it because the teacher then has to stay with them the whole time? Or
are they saying like kids need energy? They need exercise.
Boy,
they need fresh air.
I'll tell you, it's as much trouble as my kids get in from time to time. And if they're like, "Can I please go outside?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, I remember. If you got in trouble once, your name was put up on the board.
Oh, the board. Yeah,
the name was put up on the board.
I don't think that carries any weight.
On the board, then you were in danger of the second time escalating to being sent to the principal's office.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like the big warning.
Jay Hidalgo, did you know this guy at school?
Yeah, I think so.
Ben was so smart, he was a chubby kid.
No, that's what he means. He means because I got so many ice creams from my Pink Panther.
Oh, okay. Is that what he means? All right.
Yeah. I got quite a few of those.
I'm not surprised. I bet you rubbed it in everybody's face too. If I know you. Don't worry about me. I'll just be enjoying yet another ice cream. Name on the board was a terrible bit. It does nothing. I'm gonna write your name on the board. All right. Do your worst.
I don't remember back in the old days, people have to write lines.
We did lines, and we did in that 7th, 8th grade, we did we had to clean chalkboards, blackboards, erasers,
chalkboards,
and we also had to write sentences. That was the worst.
We didn't have much chalkboards, dry erase boards, or overhead projectors were the big ones.
Yeah, we had to clean all that. They literally would make you do like labor. They made you labor.
See, I volunteered to do that because I was a teacher's pet and didn't have many friends to play with at recess anyway. So if they needed help, I would stay in.
Makes me so sad.
In class and help.
It makes me so sad.
It makes me want to die.
Adam Paul says the school he went to, they made you wear the dunce cap.
A literal dunce cap? Now that's something we could do on this show in a heartbeat. Paulie, check Amazon, please. ASAP.
Just a backwards cap.
You cleaned the blackboards because you didn't have any friends? Just want to give you a hug, man. I'm so sorry.
I enjoyed it though. I was not unhappy.
You didn't. You couldn't have.
I did.
It affected you.
It did not. I was not ashamed. I just wasn't. I think maybe I just didn't think that the kids were necessarily that interesting.
This is in the chat. Why do you volunteer this information, Ben?
If I didn't know it, it would not hurt me so badly. Him driving to pick up all the kids from school because he lived on their street. I'm sorry. I'm so bummed out now for the rest of the day. Just thinking about it all day. I'm so sad.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
But he makes a good point. Like, you didn't have to tell us that even.
That's fine. All right. It's we got to get your timeout for Take on Woods here. We need a contestant first, though.
God.
If you'd like to try to qualify. Last day, I think you could be our third qualifier here for the Zach Bryan tickets before our grand prize drawing at Snapdragon Stadium. Music, TV, movie trivia coming up next. 833-288-0973.
Tyler says, Ben referring to his school peers as the kids. The kids.
I was always more of an adult even as a child. 833-288-0973. Take on Woods coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. If you have gotten too many Pink Panther cards and eaten too many ice creams, let me tell you about SDFatLoss.com. It's the program that I use to lose 40 pounds in 60 days, losing weight quickly based on real foods like chicken and steak and not on GLP-1 injections. And I'm not here to I know there are people out there who are using the GLP-1s, and if they're working for you, absolutely great. I just want to keep in mind, if you haven't made the decision yet, you are committing potentially to a lifetime of weekly shots and the expense of $3,000 to $5,000 a year potentially to keep them going. And also knowing that a lot of that weight loss is coming from muscle loss, which then makes it harder to keep the weight off because your metabolism goes down. Muscle is good for weight loss. With SDFatLoss.com, you're losing fat, not muscle, up to a pound of fat per day. And it makes it so much more sustainable to keep the weight off. I've kept my weight off, all 40 pounds, 2.5 years, going on 3 years now. You can set up a free consultation by going online to sdfatloss.com to find out how the program can work for you. No shakes, no bars, no prepackaged meals. It's all just you, your counselor, and your coach setting up a great eating strategy to lose weight fast with no exercise either. Sound good? Sign up today, and by the time middle of April rolls around, brand new you in 2026. It's SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Just want to be clear. I'm not asking anyone to feel sorry for me. I didn't feel sorry for myself.
You're making it worse.
I made these choices. I was not bullied. I was just a somewhat odd child.
Better than everyone else. I feel like there's a part of that in his head. He was like,
obviously,
I'm not going to go outside and play their
silly
games
that don't make sense. They probably didn't have rules that made sense to me.
Correct.
It's like, so chaotic. Tag, you just run around and hit each other?
Not doing it.
They were chaotic and unorganized, and I didn't like that.
You might be a robot.
Ben's like, if anybody wants to play backgammon, I'll be ready, but otherwise...
Wow. That was high school. We used to play bridge during recess.
Oh, my God.
The little old ladies in the corner playing bridge, except they were all high school kids.
Was it a bridge club?
It was more informal.
Do you guys have jackets or shirts?
I swear to God, I could sit and listen to him just tell me these things for the rest of the day. It's unbelievable.
He says it so nonchalantly.
So nonchalantly. Like
no big deal.
We played
bridge.
Everyone did that. It's a strategic card game. It's interesting, and it's social, too.
Yeah, for 80-years. It's extremely. They love it. My friends and I were trying to play Pusoy in the cafeteria every day.
I was in a bridge gang.
You couldn't stop us from trying to find a game of Pusoy.
All right, let's get to a little take on Woods. You off with you. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. I don't remember who yesterday's contestant was, but today's contestant is Tamara. Tamara, welcome to Take on Woods.
Hi, thank you.
All right. You've got 3 categories to choose from. If you can beat or tie Woods, we'll put you into our weekly grand prize drawing. Wraps up today. A pair of tickets to Zach Bryan at Snapdragon Stadium on July 31st. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. And you get to choose from TV, music, or movies. Here's your TV choice. After Cheers, still there. actors who were in the show Cheers and their other TV programs. Music, American Pie, other songs referred to in the 1971 classic, and movies, movie days, movies that include the word day in the title. So TV after Cheers, music, American Pie, or movies, movie days.
How about Dave?
Oh, movie days, another movie category. All right, we've had a run, I think, of 3 in a row. All right, so today we're looking for 5 movies that all include the word day somewhere in the title. You'll have 60 seconds. If you don't know an answer, you can say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is our 2-second movie clip. Pauly will play you. Clip from the movie. You just have to identify which movie it comes from and go from there. Tamara, you ready to go?
Sure.
All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category is movie days. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Tamara. Let's take on, or plays the clip. Good luck, Tamara. Let's take on Woods.
Ned Ryerson.
I don't know.
Matthew Broderick and Alan Ruck skip school for a day on the town in Chicago, in which 1986 John Hughes comedy classic.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Correct. Denzel Washington won a Best Actor Oscar for which 2001 film in which he starred opposite Ethan Hawke as LAPD narcotic. Was that?
Training Day.
Correct. Will
Training
Smith
Day?
and Jeff Goldblum helped save the world from invading alien ships in which 1996 summer blockbuster.
Independence Day.
Correct. Anthony Hopkins plays butler James Stevens, while Emma Thompson stars as Miss Keaton in which 1993 Merchant Ivory British drama.
I don't know. The Day After Tomorrow.
Incorrect. Good guess, though. Let's go back to the 2-second clip.
Ned Ryerson.
I don't know.
Not going to get that one. Well, we got 3. That was from Groundhog Day. Ned Ryerson, the insurance salesman,
Ned the
accosting Bill Murray on the streets of Punxsutawney. And The Remains of the Day was the very British Anthony Hopkins, Emma Thompson film. So you got 3. Hang on the line, Tamara. See if that holds up for Woods, who will get the same 5 questions without the benefit of the category. It is another movie category today.
People are starting to catch on.
Yeah, they are.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Tamara.
Ned Ryerson.
Groundhog Day.
Correct. Matthew Broderick and Alan Ruck skip school for a day on the town in
Ferris
Chicago.
Bueller's Day Off.
Correct. Denzel Washington won a Best Actor
Training
Oscar.
Day.
Correct. Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum helped save the world from invading
Independence Day.
Correct. Anthony Hopkins plays butler James Stevens, while Emma Thompson stars as Miss Keaton.
Remains of the Day.
Wow. Boom. Nicely done. A 5-3 win. Tamara, sorry, you ran into a buzzsaw today.
Better
in,
luck
movie
tomorrow.
days. Tomorrow. Yeah.
Better luck tomorrow.
You got it. Yeah, very good.
Or Monday.
I already made the pun.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. Man. Still thinking about you playing bridge. I really am. I can't stop. I'd like to delve deeper
Eric
into
says,
this.
no way Woods gets The Remains of the Day.
Got it.
And yet you did.
Got it.
You like those British period piece movies?
Never saw it. I
About
just
the
remember-
aristocracy? No?
Once I got day, and it popped into my
Popped
head.
right into your head.
Never-
Anthony
did you see it?
Hopkins? I don't think so.
I don't think I did either. It seems very boring.
I
to me.
remember like hearing people talk about it at the Oscars.
Of course. Remains of the Day. Oh,
Emma
okay.
Thompson.
Totally.
Anthony Hopkins. Amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's not for me. Seemed boring to me. It's probably awesome, but
Tamara didn't get Groundhog Day either. I picked one of my favorite clips.
it's
from
a
that
good clip from that
scene.
movie.
Not everyone remembers it, but
yeah, Ned Ryerson.
Needle nose Ned,
Needle
Ned
nose
the
Ned.
head.
Bing!
Drives me nuts. That guy.
A lunatic.
It's awful.
He deserved that punch in the face.
He did. He did. He did.
All right. We will get to an early Reindl Report again, since we'll have spring training Sammy join us at the top of the hour. So Paulie's you got that Fanatic story that we pushed off from yesterday?
Yeah, we can talk about
We'll
that.
talk about that and more coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Yes, my friends, this weekend. Don't know what you have on your agenda. But if you are looking for the car or truck of your dreams, wanted to let you know, my friend Manny Sedano making history over at Sedano Ford and Lincoln wants to put you in the driver's seat of your dream automobile for just $1 down. Manny and his team are there to make it happen for you. They'll work with you personally to get you in the ride of your dreams, no matter what it takes. So here's a couple of specials for you for just, again, $1 down. 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend just $372 a month. The 2025 Ford F-150 STX, $439 a month. The 2025 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Fastback is $353 a month. Or get everybody packed in to the 2026 Ford Explorer Active, just $449 a month. If you want luxury, that's affordable. The Lincoln Corsair Hybrid is just $417 a month. So listen, don't wait. Make it happen today. If it's something that you've been thinking about, they're going to take good care of you. Big family tradition in my house, the Ford brand. My mother-in-law has actually just bought 2 trucks from Sedano Ford. Loved her experience, loved the service. Check it out for yourself. For more details about these offers, you can stop by the dealership in La Mesa, or you can just go to sedanoford.com. Check it out for yourself at sedanoford.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Studios, we know how. We'll get our own report from Sammy Levitt, courtesy of David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, coming up at the top of the hour. Before we get to the Reindl Report, I teased a couple of coaching moves, or news at least, from the Midwest. One from Major League Baseball. Pat Murphy of the Milwaukee Brewers getting a contract extension. Pretty good new deal. Makes him one of the higher paid managers in Major League Baseball, guaranteed nearly $9 million in new money,
As
according to Jeff Passan.
That's also more than his team's entire payroll. So that's pretty cool for him.
I think it's interesting that Craig Counsell left Milwaukee to make big money in Chicago because the Brewers were unwilling to pay him.
Yeah.
But his replacement, who was promoted as, from bench coach to manager, is getting a pretty decent deal. Now, I don't think it's quite as much as Craig Counsell still got from the Cubs, but it's quite a bit.
That's Murph is great. He's hysterical. The fake letter last year, the pancakes, the whole bit. I mean, you love a guy seemingly you love to play for. They play really hard for him, and probably a really easy guy to root for in Milwaukee.
Seems like the definition of a baseball dude.
He's baseball dude through and through, man. and I've been a big fan of Pat Murphy for a long time. He used to coach the Irish. He was incredible.
But if you want to talk about a coach who's really killing it in terms of contracts, Indiana has announced this morning that Curt Cignetti has received his second new deal in a span of about 5 months, because he just got a new one back in October. But then you go undefeated and you win a national championship. You get
Indiana, by the way,
you get a brand new deal that will pay him an average of $13.2 million a year through the 2033 season. So he seems committed to stick at Indiana for the long term and try to turn the Hoosiers into a football powerhouse for the long haul.
Pretty incredible, man. Pretty incredible. That's a lot of scratch.
Apparently, the deal he signed in October included a, quote, good faith market review that activated if the Hoosiers reached the college football playoff semifinals. So he was triggered already.
That's a good clause, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, if we make the playoffs, we're going to need to take a look at this thing moving forward. Mm-hmm. That's good forward thinking by his agent or himself. Really, really good.
Yeah, he's 27-2 since he got to Indiana.
Pretty nuts,
in
man.
2 seasons.
Pretty nuts. Got him once. Makes me happy.
The perfect hire for that school.
Pretty much.
All right, we'll check traffic, and then Paulie's got his Reindl Report headlines next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by San Diego law firm fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. New crash on the coastline, southbound 5. This is right before Santa Fe Drive. Couple vehicles involved, blocking the left lane. Also, crash on southbound 15, just past Scripps Poway Parkway. No details as to whether that is blocking any lanes. Northbound side of the 163, just past Genesee, there is a collision that's been moved over to the right shoulder. And crash the clearing stage on northbound 805, right past the 8. That is over to the right. You spoke up and suddenly your schedule changed, your hours got cut, or the pressure got worse. That's not okay. San Diego Law Firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at SDLF.com. That's SDLF.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right. Happy Friday, gentlemen.
Happy Friday.
Probably the last Reindl Report for a few shows. Don't think we'll do a whole lot of them out at spring training, but we will get started here. Yeah, we'll see. We will get started here. We'll pay off the tease, the 24-hour tease from yesterday, the Red Sox and Fanatics story that we didn't get to.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a huge payoff here for you, but shocker alert, Fanatics did something weird with the jerseys, and everyone got upset about it. Once again, it does seem like the overwhelming consensus is that pretty much anything that Fanatics touches doesn't come out very well. A lot of people have not been happy with the move from Nike to Fanatics for uniforms, among other things. And the Red Sox unveiled some 2026 uniforms, and people very quickly noticed something was just a little bit off. And it wasn't a huge deal. I'm showing a picture in the YouTube stream right now. But on the left-hand side, you can see last year's jersey. It looks very normal. And on the right side, the piping of the fabric that goes down
the button
between
cover.
the buttons down the middle of the uniform is wider, and it overlaps over the Red Sox.
The D touches the piping, and the S touches the piping. And you never want your D or your S to touch a piping ever. Yeah. And so the Red Sox saw this, sent it back, and put out this statement. This is the weird part. The Red Sox put out this long statement, essentially blaming their partner Fanatics for this oversight, and it says the updated jersey will be ready for opening day. Then they ripped that post down and said, "This is not Fanatics' fault. These things happen. We love Fanatics.
Fanatics is awesome."
Then they even sent another one after that one, another statement, 2 separate statements, and then said a subsequent said, "We approved the design, blah blah blah. Once they were produced, we felt there should be more spacing between the lettering and the piping." But they actually sent 3 total statements and tweets about this uniform. But again,
we are grateful to our partners.
Yes, we love our partners.
Someone
got their panties in a bunch.
Yeah. Put the picture back up if you would, Paulie. If I was Fanatics, I'd go, I don't see the difference. Just
you don't.
I do, but I mean, you could make the argument like, what's the big deal? I don't see a real huge difference there. Maybe
you don't want. It looks like it was
maybe a half an inch wider.
Looks like it was poorly patched on.
It looks a little DH gate-y.
It does. It looks like an error card.
Remember they had when they took over, Fanatics took over the uniforms. Remember you could see the jerseys being tucked into the pants because the pants were like see-through.
Oh my God, yes.
And everyone's like, "What is happening right now?"
You can kind of see that on the left picture.
Yeah, it's El
Cheapo,
dude.
Yeah, not great. All right, that's it for baseball. Let me ask you a question, Woodsy. What's the longest you would guesstimate that you watched your boys play a youth sporting game? Like one game, how long? An hour, hour and a half, 2 hours? Like, what's the longest you could go?
As long as I could go, as long as I have gone.
Usually they have time limits on youth games because there's another game that starts in an hour and a half, so you got to get off the field.
But like after like 2 hours, you're like, this has been a long game.
Hour and hour and a half is probably the max.
What about a 3-day game?
It's a cricket.
For youth
test
sports?
cricket.
It's got to be
and
cricket.
It's not cricket. No, it actually happened in Minnesota. It's ice hockey. 12U girls youth hockey.
So 12-year-old girls playing hockey for 3 days.
Probably not consecutively.
I assume they
not
they took a break overnight or something.
So
what?
They had a U12 championship game on Monday.
Okay.
The game was finished on Wednesday. After the score was tied 1-1, and they ended up playing a total of 12 overtime periods in which the score was still 1-1. And the rules were for a championship game, there's no shootout. You have to keep playing until you have a winner. And so they played for a few hours on Monday. I think they did 7 or 8 overtimes that night.
Yep.
They said this has gone on way too long. We can't do this anymore.
We're going to go home. We're going to pick it up tomorrow.
Go home, come back tomorrow.
In the afternoon. And
they played another 4 overtimes, and they still didn't have a winner. So then they changed the rules. The district stepped in, changed the rules, amended them, and said, all right, 1 more overtime period, 3-on-3, and then a shootout, and we're going to decide a winner finally for this 12 and under girls hockey league in Minnesota. I have a number here.
Damn good goalies, or some really bad shooters.
Yeah. Where'd it go? I just had the total number of saves for one of the goalies. Lydia
300
Petty
saves.
She stopped 96 out of 97 shots.
That's unbelievable, man. I'd like to put my kids through like a 26 inning baseball marathon just to see how they do. I
remember that Padres Rockies game from. What year was that?
15, 16?
23 innings, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was working that night.
You're joking.
Yeah.
You're on the board?
22 innings.
It was brand new.
You were on the
22
board. 22 inning game.
You're joking.
2000. 8.
Oh, not that one. There
Not
was
that
another
one?
one against the Rockies also in like 2015, 2016. It was 18, 19 innings maybe.
It ruined the Padres for like 3 weeks.
A month. Yeah, dude. Makes sense. 2020, Paulie?
And the Padres
22
lost,
innings?
too. 22 innings.
Oh,
2-1 in 22 innings.
Which one is Paulie talking about? Because I seem to remember a long-ass one, too. Who won? Oh.
I can't find it.
I know the Rockies won the one I remember. It was bad.
17 innings and 16 and 17. It might have been one of those games.
Glendon Rush.
Awful.
Is our pal on Twitter. It's tier 1. Actually,
just got a job
in the minor leagues
at the Angels, I believe.
Yep. He
took
won.
the L.
No, he did?
Yeah, he took the L.
Oh, the unearned run in the 22nd inning. He took the L.
3 innings. Will Ledesma pitched 5 innings of relief.
Jake Peavy started the game with 11 strikeouts over 8 shutout innings.
8 innings. Wow.
11 Ks, 8 innings.
Brian
like, all right,
Giles
boys.
led off, went 1 for 9.
Then 1 for 9.
Tadahito Oguchi went 0 for 7 with 2 walks.
Holy crap.
Tony Clark.
That
Tony Clark, 1 for 8 with 4 strikeouts.
Oh, my God.
He's been in the news this week.
1 for 9 is a rough day at the yard, man.
Well, finally, I will wrap it up here. We got 1 more minute. News I was not expecting today. 94-year-old William Shatner is coming out with a heavy metal album.
Indeed.
Soon. There's really no details on it other than he's announced, I've been working on something. He said he's featuring 35 hand-picked metal icons, guys from Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. He's picking what he believes are the best of the best, and he's going to put together a metal album. I have no idea what it's going to sound like. He has not said when it's coming out, what it's titled, or anything like that.
The contributors are insane. It's Zach Wilde, who played with Ozzy, Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple, Wayne Kramer from MC5, Henry Rollins, legendary, and Michael Schenker, who I believe was in the Scorpions, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he's picked the goats of metal.
He said it's going to come out later this year. He said, quote, "Metal has always been a place where imagination gets loud. This album is a gathering of force. Each artist bringing their fire, their precision, their chaos. I chose them because they have something to say and because metal demands honesty."
He just talks, though. So he'll just
Can't be better than his Rocket Man.
Yeah, it's just he just talks. He'll be like
spoken word.
Going off the rails on a crazy train. You know, it's what it is, but the cast is incredible around him.
See, he's a guy who doesn't want to think he's peaked already.
That's true.
He wants to
Still doing it, man.
94.
Continue getting better.
Still
Best
doing
years of his life.
Schenker was in
coming
UFO.
ahead.
That's right. UFO. My bad.
All right, when we come back, biggest fan contest announcement, and we will check in. Get Sammy's thoughts on the Padres' first lineup of spring training and more. All coming up next here with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Final hour of Ben and Woods, live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Last time we'll be physically here in the Bill House Studios until next Thursday.
Yeah.
With shows from spring training on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're going to get to see Sam Levitt in person. He's going to join us momentarily. First, though, got to get to our biggest fan announcement to wrap up the week, our last name, with a chance to qualify for our grand prize drawing of 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Audacy suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. And this morning's biggest fan is Lucas Armstrong from San Diego. Lucas Armstrong, you have 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. to qualify for the grand prize drawing. Everybody else, get your name in at 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. All right, let's go out to Peoria, Arizona, presented by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. It is spring training. Sammy Levitt, who just talked to the manager, Craig Stammen. I'm sure Craig Stammen said, read a lot into my first spring training lineup. It's very, very important how I set the lineup for today, correct?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Number one, so let's go through a couple of points here that Craig just talked about, and I will post this on 97.3 The Fans' social media accounts once we're done. On one hand, they want to get at-bats for the guys going to the WBC in Bogarts, in Machado, and Tatis. So I do think that is at least part of the reasoning why those guys are in the top four, along with Jackson Merrill. But there were some interesting things that Craig Stammen just said. Let's go cleanup spot towards the top. Let's begin with Fernando Tatis Jr., because that's the thing right there. You could very easily in this lineup switched Tatis and Bogarts and did whatever you want to do. I think there's a real chance Fernando's not going to hit leadoff, and here's why. But just based on what Craig said today, and again, this is first day of spring training, the Cactus League lid lifter, if you will. However, he said that, personally, leading off may have not been something he's the best at. That was Fernando's view of it. That's what I took away. And right now, they're going to try something different and see how it looks. And I also think that they like the idea of Fernando hitting behind Manny, which makes a lot of sense as protection, well, quote unquote protection. Not that Manny necessarily needs it, but having a guy like Fernando behind Manny. But based on what Craig said today, I mean, I feel like there's a real chance they're going to try something different with Fernando and not hit him leadoff. Again, I don't want to make too big a deal out of day one of Cactus League play, but Craig said that, Fernando felt that leading off may have not been something he's the best at, but he understood for the team that's what he was being asked to do and had to do. So that's an interesting part. I don't think that the idea of Fernando actually in the cleanup spot is something that is, that's just something they're playing around with. I think they really want to get a look at that. Xander Bogaerts, Craig likes what he did towards the end of last year into the postseason, the at-bats, the way he hit the baseball last year. They like the idea of having a veteran at the top of the lineup. Look, Xander also stole 20 bases last year when he was healthy, so that's not nothing. It showed a little speed. Maybe he can do that again. Jackson Merrill, he likes in the top three, views him as an energy giver. So, again, day one of Cactus League play, I don't want to go too crazy with it, but I do think you can read in a little bit to this lineup, and I think especially the Fernando part of it. The answer that Craig gave, and again, I'll post it, and maybe you guys will play it towards the bottom of the hour if you have time. To me, that sounded like we don't know about Fernando in the leadoff spot, and we may be trying something else as we begin this season.
It's interesting to me because if you give me the soup, I'm going to eat the soup, and I'm going to be on board with it. I tend to think, though, Fernando Tatis Jr. should hit in the first inning. He should. He should be one of the first guys to hit. Where that is,
that was And to your point, that was a question that I think Kevin AC asked. Would you actually consider having Fernando out of the top three? He specifically said top three. And, again, Craig was, said, well, look, obviously considered it, right? Look at the lineup today. But I'm with you. I think it's a little interesting to not have him potentially hitting in the first inning. But again, today it was, we're going to try something a little different. Yeah. So again, I don't want to read into too much, but I think there's a little I think there's at least a little sprinkle of seriousness in this lineup, but not going too crazy here on February 20th.
Well, I mean, our pal Tommy tweeted this earlier when the lineup came out. He said Tatis career WRC plus with bases empty is 132. Men on base, 143. Men in scoring position, 151. Last year, he had a 930 OPS with men on base versus 754 OPS with bases empty. Let's get some runners on base for him and see what happens. But Tatis as a run producer is great.
And I get that. But conversely, if you bat fourth pretty much all year versus first, you're going to get 30 to 40 fewer at-bats over the course of the year. Do we really want Fernando Tatis Jr. coming up a lot less?
Are they more meaningful at bats because they're runners on?
Maybe.
Is there more chance to do real damage and score runs because there's guys on? So maybe that's the thing.
Yeah. And let me also say that Craig said, and again, I'm just kind of regurgitating what he said off my memory here, but Craig also said, look, doesn't mean he's not going to hit leadoff all year, but right now, try something a little different. See how it looks.
This is the time, man. This is the time to get
absolutely.
weird. This is absolutely.
And again, keep in mind, Ramon Laureano's not in the lineup today. He's also a candidate to be a top 4 hitter in the Padres lineup this season.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I love it. I love it. This is so much different.
Guys, it could be something. It could be nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
It's true.
I mean, for all we know,
Could
on
change
Sunday
tomorrow.
when they're back home, Tatis is in the leadoff spot, and we're like, okay. And he's like, yeah, he's probably in that spot. So
well, I think his comments are interesting, though. You know, I think his comments are interesting.
I thought they were too.
And I think, trying something new, what better place to do it than game 1 in the Cactus League today? I think it's great. And, maybe it flips the mindset of like, oh no, I need to be a run producer for this team.
Yeah.
And maybe those ABs, those 30 to 40 fewer ABs mean more because the bases are just jacked for him every time.
Wasn't it last year? Right, that Mike Schilt batted Tatis like second all spring training, and then game 1
leadoff.
He's the leadoff guy, like the entire the entire season basically. So I don't know. I have a different manager, different. You can't really read anything into it.
I love it.
The only other thing I would say about the lineup, just it's not surprising based on what we've seen on the backfields, but obviously Nick Castellanos being at first base. I mean, again, we talked about it. He's never played there before. He has been putting a lot of work in there. Look, I'm no first base expert. It doesn't look like he's in the drills fully comfortable, which you would understand considering he's never played there at the major league level. But I think it's pretty clear they're going to do everything in their power to work him over there and try to get him into a spot where he could play there in the regular season. So that's just going to continue to be an interesting thing to monitor as he develops and how it looks. And, may not look super pretty at times, I would assume, but that's another interesting part of today's lineup having Castellanos at first.
When I saw some of the videos that you posted, Sammy, of him playing first base, all I could think about is first base is the moon to him. The comment from Moneyball, the quote from Moneyball, because it looked like the moon. It looked like he was landed on the moon with a glove. And they're like, hey, man, go play some one bag. It didn't look great.
And yeah, I mean, I'm so torn when I post these things, honestly. Like in my head, it was like, oh, cool. Look at him
getting
out
work.
Here early working at first base. Of course, there's the flip side of it where you're just kind of looking at it if you've watched baseball and you're like, he doesn't look super comfortable and or smooth over there. But why would he? Why would he? He's been there for like 4 days.
You'd be surprised.
This is like we said with the lineup, this is the time of year. So if you have plans, if you're the Padres and you have serious plans of him playing first base this season, then you better get him every rep you can during spring training and on the backfield. So I'm not particularly surprised that he is there in the Cactus League opener.
This is what it's for, man. This is to explore that. This is to explore Nick Castellanos at first base, Fernando in the 4-hole. That's exactly what it's for.
Spring training, Sammy with us from Peoria. Sammy, tell me about German Marquez. You got to chat with him in the clubhouse yesterday.
Yeah, some interesting thoughts from Marquez. Number one, I think he's just excited to be with a team that has a real chance to win. And I don't think he was knocking the Rockies at all. I mean, he was there a long time, but I think, it's obvious, right? That was a team that was not winning very many baseball games, and now he's with a team that is trying to win, and obviously is in a very different position, and I think he appreciates that opportunity. very, very clear that he was not at his healthiest last couple of seasons coming off his Tommy John surgery. He fully admitted that. He said, look, it felt a little rushed coming back. And look, that is probably part of the reason why the Padres feel, I would assume, like there is something untapped there in German Marquez, maybe a little bit healthier than he was the last couple of seasons, and obviously getting him out of the altitude in Colorado. So he was pretty transparent, I thought, about that fact that he hasn't been at his healthiest, and that's affected him. And there's a little rush coming back from the Tommy John. So look, he's going to be a very, very interesting candidate. Obviously, the Padres still think he's got something there, and we'll see. But, nice, fresh opportunity, I think, in a number of ways for Marquez.
And, Sammy, Jagger Haynes gets the unexpected call today. He's going to be towing the rubber instead of Logan Gillespie. His wife went into labor. He had to obviously rush to be by her side and be part of that. That's kind of cool for young Jagger Haynes. I mean, he's been around a while. I'd say young Jagger Haynes, but he's been –
gets to face Cal Raleigh in the first inning.
He sure does. He sure does.
Got a good lineup. Yeah.
Is Julio in there too?
Oh, first inning for Julio Rodriguez too. Rayleigh Rodriguez.
Rayleigh
Right off the
Rodriguez.
top.
I love it.
Well, it's a nice opportunity for him. I mean, he's one of the higher ranked pitching prospects. And look, when you look at guys who are maybe closer than others in a prospect group that, especially on the pitching side, is so young. The guys you kind of look at like that we haven't seen before. Miguel Mendez, I think, is towards the top of that list. Haynes made 25 starts at Double-A last year. He's not a 40-man guy, but you never know. And how a guy like that could play a role at some point during a season. He's, again, 25 starts at Double-A, 4.11 ERA. So, not great, but certainly not terrible either. And it'll be good to see him today. He's a young pitcher. He's still only, 22, 23 years old. So, it'll be interesting to see him out there today. And he's somebody that is in major league camp and has been a name, to your point, Woodsy, that's been around a while. So, Gillespie, his wife, went into labor, so he is attending to that. And Jagger Haynes gets a nice opportunity and a good opportunity for us to see him in an environment like that.
And I saw what appeared to be your first one-on-one sit-down interview of the spring, non-scrum style with Mason Miller. You even crowdsource some questions. Did you get any good questions submitted from 97.3 The Fan listeners, Sammy?
Oh, yes, I did. I had a bunch. I had everything from arm care questions. We had what else did we have? We had arm care. We had.
You talk about his walkout.
Has he done walkout yet?
No, you know what? He's been asked that a couple of times in some scrums, and he's not giving anything away. So I thought it was a waste.
Well, I'm bringing.
He wants it to be a surprise.
I'm bringing suggestions.
Have you guys talked to him?
Yeah. No, we haven't.
No,
not I met him,
guys. I think that's going to be one of your favorites. I mean, he's a great guy. He really is.
I'm bringing suggestions for him.
I've talked to
nice,
him privately, but we have not interviewed
He's a
him
really good. I think you guys are going to really enjoy Mason Miller. Very, very kind guy, and obviously a terrific reliever as well. But sat down with him for about 15 minutes yesterday. Probably will post that on Sunday. I got to do a little editing. But it's first time I've been able to kind of do a sit down outside, a little bit more relaxed, which is always nice outside the clubhouse. And it was a good conversation about a number of different things. And I did get plenty of questions, and I'm having trouble remembering. There was arm care. There was favorite team growing up. There was all kinds of stuff. So we got in some silly ones as well.
For me personally, and I talked to him about this, the type 1 diabetes, the monitoring his blood sugar and everything. I think it's just an incredible role model of what he does, for people who have to deal with that same situation, to show what is possible. And always very impressive.
And we didn't really get into it during our interview. I've talked to him about it multiple times for pregame shows. In fact, I interviewed him for the first time when he was with the A's in 2024. And we talked extensively about his journey with type 1 diabetes. And if you haven't heard his story, it's out there and you can go read about it, listen about it. You can find an old interview of mine where we really, went deep into it. But it totally changed the trajectory of his life and his career. He was a guy who was not throwing the velocity he throws now, and his body completely changed. I mean, he was not a Division I college player, then ends up going to Gardner-Webb, kind of bursts on the scene, gets drafted, and a lot of his physical development and the way he The way he started to really get on the radar with the way he could throw a baseball was after that type 1 diabetes diagnosis. I mean, it really changed his life and changed his career. So it shows the power of getting the proper treatment for that. And in fact, he's involved with Michael King's King of the Hill Foundation. He's on the board of advisors there. So that's, pretty cool as well. So yeah, I really think you guys are going to enjoy interviewing him.
Can't wait.
Assuming you get him. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy.
Love him.
And he's a heck of a pitcher too.
Sammy, appreciate it. We will see you in a couple of days. Looking forward to spending some time out there next week alongside you.
Absolutely. Woodsy, if you need toiletries, I got you.
You got me. Okay.
Wow.
You can borrow some.
Got his Tresemme.
Are you at an Airbnb or like an
I
extended?
am. I'm at the same one that I've been the last 2 years.
Really? You just
third
keep
year in a
booking
row
the
at
same one
place.
every year?
Yeah, I don't look. I'm here a long time, so I don't risk it now. I'll be honest. Now it's a good place. It's a good place. No issues. It's perfectly fine still. It's aging a little bit. Noticing some things
wear
here
and
and there.
tear?
There's only one roll of paper towels. I'm like, okay. I'm like some stuff like that. So I'm like, might have to,
Did you bring?
Hey, don't expense those paper towels.
Hey, can you just steal? Can you just grab some from the Padres facility? I'm sure they have plenty.
No, Adam. You know what? Adam Klug never makes
must be nice.
any fuss. Yeah,
it must be nice for you because we get the exact opposite. I've been literally phone called and itemized over a meal I had. That's a true story. Did you did you really eat all this? Did you buy food for someone else? No, I ate it all. Let's go through it. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding. That's a true story.
Did you need the 8-piece nuggets?
Why didn't Paulie get a 6-piece? I'm not joking. It's a phone call I got on like a Sunday after I submitted my expenses, Sammy. That's a true story.
See, I don't get that. I really don't get that.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Well, but look, today, for example, today's the first day of games, right? So what I typically do is I get a Trader Joe's salad in one of the containers.
Yep.
They're like $5. So yeah, I mean, I do a lot of that. It's very, very cheap. I do go out for dinner and I'll spend $20, $30.
I was at McDonald's. This was a McDonald's meal. Hey, I'm just looking at this receipt for Mickey D's.
There's nothing extra value about this.
Who ate here?
Are you making this up that he did this for the McDonald's?
I don't
believe
this. On lives of my children. On the lives of my children. He called me at home and goes,
he does not do this with me.
I swear it was me and Paulie, and it was like
the
maybe
two of you can put up a shockingly ridiculous high tab at a McDonald's.
It was like $40, $45.
Oh,
but it was
a lot of money.
It was me and Paulie.
If you go and get a meal at McDonald's, it's like $17.
Right.
So
it wasn't like I spent $300.
Right.
And he called me. He's like, dude, what are you doing?
Like, we each got a meal, and it was like $37 or whatever.
And some nuggets. And he called me and itemized me to death on the phone on a Sunday about this McDonald's. Are you sure?
I can tell you what I got because I get the same thing. I don't go to McDonald's very often. When I do, I get the medium number 9, the 2 cheeseburger meal with no pickles.
And you got nuggets because I
probably got some nuggets.
Yeah. And he was mad about you. Did you have to have nuggets? Was the meal not enough?
Splurging for McNuggets.
You fat piece of S. Was the
you
meal
buy an
not
extra
enough?
Sauce?
How did you gain all the weight?
God, Sammy,
Adam
is
very thin. Very, very thin.
He's very thin, but that's true. I can't wait for the expense receipts for the next 3 days. Ben, by the way, I was going to tell you, you're doing it.
I'm doing it.
You're paying for everything, and then one expense
for everything.
Is that okay?
Yeah, fine.
You can get all the miles and stuff.
Thanks.
All right. Do you collect?
Oh
miles?
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah.
The mileage. Yeah, it's nice.
Not doing it.
All right, Sammy. Have a good weekend. Good work.
All right, guys.
Keep up the good work.
We'll see you here Monday.
Sounds like courtesy of David P. Shapiro Criminal Defense Attorneys. Maybe we'll hire David P. Shapiro to go through our line items.
I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my peace by not doing expenses this year. Okay, is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
You know I'm on the edge anyway. And if he calls me to ask me about a meal or coffee or something, I just don't know that I'm going to recover.
Fine, I will take care.
Thank you. I appreciate that about you. You can have the big bedroom. Actually, no, Paulie gets.
I already have.
Oh,
the
you
first
already have
draft
the
pick.
big bedroom. That's right.
I have the first draft pick of bedrooms.
Not doing it.
We'll see what I actually pick.
I
somebody said southern window exposure.
Somebody said,
I like first one there gets to choose.
Well, we'll win that race for sure. Somebody said, I want to hear Adam's perspective. Didn't we bring him in and put him on about this?
I think we might have.
I remember he backtracked a lot.
Yeah,
he's like, I never said I wasn't gonna approve it. I'm like, then why'd you
call me? Just to prove it.
Did he think you were getting ripped off? Did he think you had brought someone that was not with the company to eat with you?
I think it was like, I can't believe that 2 people ate this much food. And I'm like, it's not even that much.
It really wasn't.
You guys, on my mother, this happened.
Like, we didn't order like 2 $40 pizzas and crush them both.
No.
Like, go to any drive-through, order a standard meal. It's like $15 to $18.
We probably supersized it, which I'm sure he was livid about.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
Couldn't you just be eaten inside?
They don't call it that. I mean, you can still get a large size of fries, which of course you do.
Like I said, I can't do it this year. I don't have it in me.
Got an injury update from Padres spring training camp to bring you.
Good or bad?
Not great.
I mean, it's not good news.
Okay.
So we will let you know.
It's not a hamate, is it?
Not going to hit the panic button, but we will get you updated when we come back with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Just spent the last 10 minutes diving through my Concur expenses to find the receipt.
Concur, simply the best expense reports.
The best in expense reports. Yeah.
And you know what? After you unveil the total, I feel even more vindicated.
As do I. This warranted an audit phone call at home. Paulie and I had food on the drive back. We actually were in Yuma. I thought we were in Gila Bend or something, but we were in Yuma on March 23rd, 2022.
Driving back from late spring training.
Yep. I got a Big Mac and a large Coke. We got a 10-piece nugget, and Paulie got a cheeseburger meal, 2 cheeseburger meal. The total, tax and everything, $26.80.
What?
And he called me.
He called you about
audit
that?
me. Yes. Because I think he thought.
I know we told this story, and we make it sound like we're the biggest fat
babies
guys in the world. I'm like, I don't remember it being that crazy.
$26.80.
So we each got a meal, and we split 5 nuggets each.
And I listed Paulie as an attendee. So Stephen was Paul Reindl, business guest. I listed, so it wasn't
He's not
like
a business guest. He's an employee.
But
yes.
it wasn't like, oh my God, Woods, you got all that for yourself?
It's how Woods had to put it in, though. It's like, I'm paying for somebody else as well.
I'm paying for Paulie.
Yeah.
So there you go. $26.80. He's audited me about my mileage.
Like for 2 guys to have lunch on their drive back, is that is that worth a phone call?
$26.
There weren't like 9 other things that were more worthy of being talked about on that one expense report.
Not that I saw.
That had to be the most innocuous thing I've ever heard.
That's what I thought. Rainduck says, I would want Klug running my business. Yes. Does he get bonused on if we have fewer expenses? I don't understand.
He just keeps whatever's left over at the end.
He called me one year, 2 years ago, about my mileage that I put in. And I go, what's the question? And he goes, well, it's more than the distance from your house to the facility. And I go, yeah, I was there for 5 days, 4 days, whatever. And he goes, did you put in the distance from the Airbnb to the complex? I go, no, I just floated. My car just floated. Those miles don't count because I just float from our Airbnb to work every day. And he's like, oh, so that's what it is? Yeah.
But if you were at home, you would have had to drive from home to work and you wouldn't have gotten to expense that. I get the logic.
Do you?
It doesn't work that way, but I get the logic.
But I'm still driving those miles in Arizona
you would have
on
had
a
to
work
eat
trip.
here at home had you been at home. Why?
Well, they don't, because I'm on a business trip.
Right, I know that's how
The
it
most
works. It's one of
logical
the best things about being on a business trip.
Most logical way of calculating mileage on a car that you drive for a work
Look
trip
at the odometer and then look at the odometer.
Start the
again.
odometer when you leave your home, and whenever you get back, that's the amount of miles you drove.
It's crazy. And I had to go line by line to that. Man. That's why I told you, for my mental health, my peace.
I'll do it.
Every meal. On Audacy eventually.
The problem is we don't always eat together because I'm working.
Then give me a
sometimes,
big fat stack of cash.
We're going to need your credit card.
I'm not going to be doing that, and I'm not going to be giving you my credit card either.
We'll hold on to your credit card.
I'll hold your card. I'll bring you the receipts.
No, I don't think so.
Please?
If you need anything, I'm sure you have Apple
You can
Pay.
just wait until I'm done with work. And
I'm
then
at
I
home
will
starving.
feed you.
Ben brings in a bag of Rally's burgers. Here, eat those. like I'm your hostage. Here, there's your dinner. No. So good, man. Oh, it's so fun. So fun.
All right, injury update. And you saw this from a Japanese
this is the one
website, but Dennis Lin has confirmed it as well. We didn't ask Sammy about it. He probably could have confirmed it also. But Yuki Matsui is questionable for the WBC after leaving a session of live batting practice yesterday with left groin tightness, according to Craig Stammer.
Okay.
So Yuki, who was expected to leave in just a couple of days, I think, to join Samurai Japan, their WBC team, now uncertain of his status because, groins can be problematic and linger, and you don't want to press yourself this early if you've got a groin injury. I'm sure the Padres are going, we would shut him down for a couple of weeks since it's just spring training. We don't really want someone else to be pushing him to get out on the mound for competitive games in the WBC that might exacerbate a groin injury.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down with Yuki just shutting it down and getting ready for, March 23rd or whatever, or 25th or whatever it is. I'm ready for that.
I mean, it would be nice if he gets a few appearances, but you don't need to stretch out a reliever like Yuki Metsu. He's mostly a 1-2 inning guy max.
Yeah.
Left-hander, and hopefully will take another step forward for the Padres this season. They got such a strong bullpen. He's not, one of the strongest members of that pen, but he's guaranteed his salary. So they need him to take another step forward.
Legitimately forgot he existed. Legitimately till this morning.
He exists.
When we've been talking all off season, bullpen, this, that. I honest to God, I forgot. I'm in spring training too.
True.
We all are. So, but I don't want him hurt and playing in the WBC to only get more hurt.
All right, we've got one segment left. When we come back, we can look ahead toward events this weekend, like a pretty big game for the Aztecs tomorrow on the road. But we will also, since we've been talking about it, be spinning the wheel of chain restaurants.
Yes,
to determine
the toxic
wheel for
to
Ben.
determine where we are going to have to eat one of our meals while we are in Peoria. You're coming with me, right?
Yeah, but we're good. We're fine.
I may not want to eat at Olive Garden, but it's not going to ruin my day.
Oh, I will be elated.
Ben's going to be like,
you'll insert them into the wheel.
Yeah, we'll put them in the wheel.
We will spin, and we will find out where we were going. Yes. When we come back with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Oh, this thing's caught a life of its own here.
Whew, I'm nervous.
You should be.
I'm like maybe more nervous than Ben.
We added a fast food category. Ben's.
I thought we were going like chain sit-down restaurants.
We did, but we added one fast food
well.
just to see. Now, again, it's random. The wheel's going to spin.
Yeah.
Now, these again are places Ben thinks he's too good for to eat at.
Yeah, I don't want to say that you're not. Like, if you enjoy these places, everyone enjoys certain foods. I'm sure there are menu items that I will be mostly happy eating. It's just not a place that I would choose to go on my own.
So we added one fast food option.
Well, why don't we just go through the list, Paulie, of what is on the toxic wheel, of chain and now a fast food restaurant as well in the Peoria
area,
Glendale Metroplex area that we can get to quickly from our Airbnb.
There could have been more downtown or in Scottsdale.
We're not going all the way down to Scottsdale or Phoenix for this.
We have added to the toxic wheel. We have Red Lobster, Applebee's, Olive Garden, Cracker Barrel.
He's intrigued. I've never been. I don't know. I mean, seems really
for dinner. It seems like an interesting choice.
Yeah.
If we were saying breakfast,
not breakfast. No.
We have Buca de Beppo.
Yeah, the Pope's Table.
Outback Steakhouse.
You don't even know the Pope's Table?
No, I don't.
If you go with a big group, you can sit at a table and they put like a statue of the Pope on the big Lazy Susan in the middle.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
What was the other one you just said?
Buca de Beppo, Outback Steakhouse.
Outback. No rules, just right.
Rush Outback.
And then we said, let's add one fast food restaurant.
His nightmare. Long John Silver's. There is one there.
No.
It was between that. There was like Arby's.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to be very Arby's. Upset. I'd be scared. I'm more scared. Well, I'm scared of both.
I love Outback.
I'm actually physically scared of Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
Should be.
Like, honestly, if it was Arby's, I think I'd probably prefer that over Long John Silver. At least I just go eat curly fries. Nothing but
no, you can't. You have to eat the delicacies.
That is not part of the rules.
It is part of the rules.
Woods actually doesn't even trust Paul. He's going to actually.
I'm going to have to run over.
He's going to run over and make sure that he follows
has a random.
The wheel.
It's a random wheel, and he could lie. All right,
it's the same as the topic wheel, except it's the toxic wheel.
I'm very nervous.
All right, here we go. Spinning it. That's boring.
That's kind of boring.
What?
Spin it again.
What? Boring.
It was Cracker Barrel.
Spin it again.
All right, we're gonna remove.
Is that why you're taking it off? Because I kind of wanted to go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, that's why.
All right.
Oh God.
Oh no.
No. Oh boy.
Oh crap.
My dumbass could have been eating country fried steak.
Is it Long John Silver's?
No. So we nixed Cracker Barrel for dinner.
It's so good.
We spun the wheel again.
It's Red Lobster, dude.
It's Red Lobster. And I would say Long John Silver's
And
clear
Red Lobster.
number 1 worst.
Red Lobster 2.
Red Lobster number 2, easily.
All right.
Dang.
Here we go.
They got the new Lobster Fest.
We have to go to
Lobster
Peoria,
flatbread.
Arizona. Red Lobster.
Lobster
I can't
dip.
wait. They do have cheesy biscuits there. You guys are going to die.
That's fine.
They're really good.
Let's see what else we got on the menu. Seafood boils, shrimp classics.
One of us is getting sick. I'm predicting it.
Walt's favorite shrimp. New shrimp and sauce. Okay. I'm not getting coconut shrimp. I can't stand
I will.
that.
I'll get some
You
of
get
that.
the coconut shrimp.
Yep.
This is all Arizona seafood.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's definitely, maybe some starters would be nice.
Okay, what would you
Bacon wrapped sea scallops.
I'm gonna get the kids
think
order
so.
the kids meal macaroni and cheese.
No, you got to get
crispy
seafood.
chicken
No,
tenders.
Crab queso.
You're not my 5-year-old.
Crab queso looks very problematic to me right now.
We're going to get a big fat seafood boil
I'm
for
gonna
all of us.
Vomit.
Crab top seafood stuffed mushrooms does not
I can't wait.
seem great.
I can't wait. We're going to have a great time. Great time. They have salmon there if you'd like.
Salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Like grilled. I think
Classic Caesar salad with salmon.
I feel like fried is the safer way to go.
Ooh, I want you to get the crunch fried flounder sandwich. I can't wait for this bit.
Well, they do have pastas if you want to go that with the shrimp linguine Alfredo.
It's great.
Marvelous muncher.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Do I get to order my own, or are you ordering for me?
I'll order for you.
Okay, just not the coconut. I just hate coconut.
Obviously. No, I won't order anything crazy. Just want to get you, try some shrimp.
I'll try
some
anything
lobster.
else on the menu. I'll try it.
Right,
I don't think I've ever been to a Red Lobster in my life.
We're gonna have fun. I haven't been in many years. They showed this commercial in college for the all you can eat shrimp, and we had been we'd been partaking that afternoon. And you're watching it on television, and you're like, "Oh my God, they make it look so good." You know, they squeeze the lemon on. You're super stoned, and you're like, "Good God, that looks like the greatest thing of all time." And we went for the all-you-can-eat shrimp, and it was fine. Like, but I would have eaten anything at that point. I just wanted to get something into me. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, we'll do some.
Now,
video
do we
content.
invite Craig Stammen to come with us to Red Lobster?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Just checking.
I think so. I can't wait.
All right, let's check traffic one last time, and then we can look ahead to some of our weekend activities in the sports world in San Diego next on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Wrapping up our morning drive with just one crash here, northbound side of the 5 before mile of Carsway. Those cars are over to the right shoulder. In the North County, reports of a mattress in the slow lane West 78 just before Rancho Santa Fe. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I'm so not looking forward to this. I'm going to spend all weekend now looking at Red Lobster's
I'm going to get
menu.
the surf and turf, I think. Yeah.
You're really trusting the turf as well.
I can't wait. Where the turf meets the surf.
Sure, that's
Red Lobster Peoria.
Grass-fed.
Oh, yeah.
Prime.
There's a million
beef
chain
that they're
restaurants in
getting.
Peoria, and we somehow got
that
Red
It's the
Lobster.
best for the bit, though, for sure. Wild caught, crunch fried flounder.
Wild caught. Really, they've got a team of
Red Lobster
an
fishermen.
army,
Yeah,
a navy of
course, a
fishermen
navy.
out there catching flounder for all of their 8,000 restaurants.
The biscuits are
every day.
incredible. They have cheesecake. They have key lime pie, Paulie. Brownie overboard. I mean, this is going to be elite.
Brownie
I don't know.
overboard.
I don't know what we're even getting upset about. This looks phenomenal.
Hmm.
We're going to go lobster fests all around.
There it is, right there in the same parking lot as Target.
Yeah.
That we go to on Bell Road.
That's perfect.
Denny's, Applebee's, In-N-Out, Red Lobster, and Olive Garden. Just bang, bang, bang
This
right
is
there.
great. This is great. It's going to be awesome. All right.
All right, coming up this weekend, in addition to, of course, Padres Cactus League Baseball here on 97.3 The Fan.
A couple hours away.
Your San Diego Seals are at home tomorrow night, coming off a win, which they're trying to get some momentum here as we head toward the second half of the National Lacrosse League season.
Not going super great.
They're playing a little bit better lately. They're still undefeated on the road. It's just the home games. I think they're 1-4 at home. 4-0 on the road, 1-4 at home. So they're 5-4 overall. Back to a winning record.
What are they missing?
Maybe you could say it's the Woods factor.
Never know.
San Diego State basketball, they're on the road tomorrow. It's a 3:00 start at Colorado State. And this, like I told you, they could absorb one loss. If they lost tomorrow, which they could, you're going up to Fort Collins, not a great Colorado State team, they would be out of the NCAA tournament at-large conversation. I don't think they could play their way back into it. This is a must-win game for San Diego State if they want any chance of getting an at-large slot in the NCAA tournament. The loss to Grand Canyon, I was reading the Bubble Watch with ESPN, dropped them from about 65% to get in at-large down to around 30%. Another loss would drop them down to the near, 0 to 5% range probably. So this is one they absolutely have to bounce back and have tomorrow when they go on the road.
Okay.
And then what else is going on this weekend? Anything else in your world?
I've got youth sports out the wazoo, basketball.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting. Supposed to find out today if we're going to be able to play football tonight.
SDFC tomorrow, of course, too.
SDFC home opener tomorrow against Montreal. It's going to be lit, as the kids used to say.
I did see there are tickets available. I was reading that on Twitter this morning. Okay. They did such a good job of packing that place with loud fans. Don't know if the weather is a factor or if ticket prices may have gone up a little bit, but I would imagine that you'll get a pretty good crowd.
Yeah,
coming back for the first MLS game of the season after what they did in their first year, but we will see.
It's not sold out yet. That's surprising.
It's not sold out. I just saw that just this morning on social media. There are still tickets
thinking
available.
About going. Had we not had to leave early Sunday morning, I'd probably go on Saturday night.
Ben Spencer wants to know, does Ben think San Diego has a bunch of New England lobster and shrimp in our waters?
I do not.
No.
I don't get a lot of New England lobster and shrimp in San Diego.
No, you don't.
There's a couple of good places, though.
Yeah.
They know where to procure it, at least.
Do they?
Yeah.
They have better, maybe, guys.
I would think
bring
so.
them.
Yeah. Okay. Get it there a little faster.
All right.
Usually costs you a little bit more.
Costs you a little more. That's exactly right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did you see the news from the NFL? The Chicago Bears have taken another step toward building a stadium not in Chicago, but in Indiana, suburban Chicago.
Hammond, Indiana. It's 27 miles away from Chicago. I lived there for a few years. It's iconic. Soldier Field is iconic.
Right.
It's an iconic,
but very old
place. It's very old, and it's right on the lake. But it's so hard for me. All I kept picturing was, how is that city going to look without Soldier Field there? They've added on to it in the last few years, and it's, whatever. It's jarring to me. Now, again, the Niners play in Santa Clara. The Dallas Cowboys play 30 minutes away in Arlington. The Giants play in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Like, this is not an uncommon thing. I don't know why it's different for me that it's Chicago, but I think it's because it was just such a part of the city. It's right in the city. A big-ass football stadium right on the water, and now the fact that I have to drive out to another state.
A palace.
They want a palace.
They want, a dome and a palace and luxury boxes.
I hate
and clubs and the stuff that really helps you make money as an NFL owner.
I hate it for the city. I hate it. For
now,
the city.
it's not final. They just created this
is the threat.
Yeah, I mean, it's been approved by Indiana, but they haven't at least the commission has been approved to move forward, but they haven't made any final decisions yet. It will be a big story in Chicago. There will be very upset people in Chicago if the Bears leave town, even if it is just 25 minutes away or whatever it is.
Yeah, Zach, Hammond is only 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes, but again, the fact that you're in the city and you go to the Bears game in the city, and now it's kind of a bit of a hike, but it's right by the water, stunning view. But now,
I mean, it's not the Cubs moving, to Winnetka and building a brand new stadium, but it's not that
it's
either.
Not that.
It's pretty historic.
Playing in Evanston or something, right?
I mean, you could build a brand new state-of-the-art Cubs facility. I don't think people would let that fly in Chicago.
It's pretty crazy, man.
We will see you all Monday. In Peoria, Arizona.
Be watching your socials all weekend, though.
Oh, yeah.
I would if I were you. Our socials, I should say.
All right. Everyone have a great weekend. For Paulie Reindl, Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. First, enjoy the rest of your Friday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.